Okay, here we go. Audio. Let me check the audio. Got the green light. Looks good. Alright, put it over here. That looks better. And okay, so audio looks good. Wait, somebody comes over here and tell me the audio is okay. I only have one green bar on the audio. As I get real close and yell, audio. Yep. Wow. Let me check. I might have put that. No, audio levels right there. Okay, I just want to make sure it's connected. Because, oh man, there you go. Actually, let me check the. Let me make sure I got the audio. Let's check that. Let me check the. Okay. Alrighty. The radio.
And it might be a surprise.
Okay, not that.
Wouldn't you and I be surprised that behind each
Yeah, it sounds like it's fading now. Yep. Another signal around there. Let me go down to the 11. Ding, 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 ding.
Trabalhando. La liberación de los brigadistas, Oviedo realizó el ejército de los Estados Unidos con el objetivo de liberar a Cuba en 1963. Se dio de baja de forma honorable cuando se comprobó que el cuerpo militar no iba a pelear en la isla. Oviedo la dedicó sus causas a libertad de Cuba y de lograr en la isla de la vida democrática. Colaboró activamente como activista veterano de la Brigada de León en la lucha de estudiantes y con los caballeros de la libertad. Su hija, y por muchos años laboró en Radio Martín, Momento Total, Cuba y en su país adoptado Estados Unidos. Descansa en paz, Enrique Oviedo, y los demás sus familiares. Otra noticia, la Corte Suprema de Estados Unidos de la una diseñadora gráfica cristiana puede negar que el país aguante menos para
Yeah, my son is running around upstairs. Anywho, welcome. My name is Danny. I am located in Yonkers, New York, USA. And I'm going to be on for the next couple hours, maybe. It depends. Yeah, I wasn't on last week. I didn't do any live streams last week because I was busy. I was moving some furniture around. Actually, in the other room, I was putting all the computer equipment in the other room. I had some of it here, and some of it upstairs on the second floor. So I started putting it in the other room because I just recently, I had my tech channel up for a while, but I didn't have no content. So finally, I uploaded a video last week. Yeah, last week, of course, last week. And it was my first video on that channel. And I'll put the link and I'll put the link in a few minutes for that. And that's my tech channel. That's my first video there. It basically is a tour of Basically, in that video I show you the how they set it up from outside, the fiber optic coming into the modem here, modem slash router, and then that's connected to my little home lab, or some people call it data center, whatever. So I describe each of the stuff in the rack, and what are my plans for the home rack. Right there, I see the home rack. So I went down the all the components all the way to the bottom there, and that's what I did on that channel. That was my first video on that channel. So now I'm gonna start making content for that channel. So it's gonna be a lot of tech related stuff. Some of it is not gonna be server based. Some of it's just gonna be Windows stuff, everyday stuff too. Like every other tech channel, there's a lot of different stuff that I know. Some of it's gonna be tips. Some of them are gonna be guides. Like if you're looking into you know, learning more about particular things, or if anyway, all the tech stuff basically. It's gonna be like Windows, Linux, not only server stuff, but just stuff in general. Because I've been using Linux for over. I mean, I will have to go back to like 1994. I think when I first, actually earlier than that, 1993, I believe, when the first Linux. So, so I started with Linux a long time ago. When I first got on the internet, the first thing I wanted to do is make a web page. So, how you learn how to do a web page back then is you had to know a language called HTML. That's how you do web pages. So that's how I learned. And then after that, it quickly, the internet, of course, quickly evolved. Then we had JavaScript because simple web page wasn't enough. So we had to learn JavaScript. And then I had to learn scripting languages. If you want to automate certain things on a website, you have to run scripts, like shell programs and stuff like that. So that's another thing that I've been doing for a long, long time. So of course, all that stuff that I learned over the years, I want to incorporate into that channel. So my son is playing upstairs. He's having a good time. He just came home from school. Hello, Glenn Dansler. Good to see you. South Carolina. Been winding balance today. Okay, so you're working on a balance. Cool. Yeah, today it's been raining on and off all day today. Uh, I was just listening to my NFED Radio Marti. So I'll just listen a little bit here. And like I was saying, I didn't stream all last week. Let me just close this door for a minute. Yeah. So I didn't stream all of last week because I've been moving stuff around, the computer stuff. When I remember all the computer stuff that was here is in the other room now. Of course, the computers that are here, all the retro stuff is gone in the other room. Because I'm going to be using that room for, if I do live streaming on tech stuff, it's going to probably be in that room in the future. So I was just explaining that I just made a video on my tech channel, my first video on the tech channel. And let me, actually, I'll put the link to the tech channel. And let me go to channels. If anybody wants to check out that channel and see my first video on that channel. And I always wanted to do this for a long time. I wanted to do a tech channel for a long time. There was a time that I was thinking about incorporating into this channel, like just rename the channel and call it like that, like what my email is, Danny Radio and Tech. But I didn't want to do that because I kind of want to keep the radio channel to one thing and the tech and another. I feel like it would just cost too much, especially if I do live stream. Confusion. Like, is he going to talk about tech or is he going to talk about radio or radio related stuff? So I just, you know, I'll keep them separate. It's kind of more of a, it's more work for me because I have to go on that account and do things on that account, and it would be easy for me to incorporate everything in one channel. But I don't. I feel like for the long term, I'd rather have my core radio audience here, and then people that are tech minded, related, whatever they are on that channel. If they're interested in radio, they come over here and so on. I want to keep it like that. I know it's more work to have separate channels, but I feel it's better in the long term. Because this channel now is on for 6 years. I started this channel 6 years ago, and of course, I have other channels that have been around for, like the retro gaming channel has been around for over, it's like 4 years now. 4 years, almost 5 years, 4 years. And of course, there's periods of time that I don't go on that channel for a while, but I still put out content for that channel. Of course, that channel is right now it's 277 subscribers. Compared to this channel is 2,000. What is it now? 2,300. And of course, I started like 2.5 years ago. I started a crypto-related channel, and that channel, actually, that channel surpassed my gaming channel. It's up to 451 right now. And that channel, I can see that channel surpassing this one day, because there's a lot of, and I haven't posted there because the crypto market has been really down and overall market. So there's not much to talk about now in that channel in terms of good news. So you're making a balance. What type of balance? What type of balance? But I bought quite a few of them, but I'm thinking about making one. Yeah, that's a good idea. Just make one and make a video on it maybe. I probably want to build more of an onion, because I could use another onion, because the one I have is for the infant. That's the only onion I have. All these are balanced. One is a 4-to-1. One is a 4-to-1. One is a 1-to-1, and one is a 9-to-1. I believe that's. So I have 4 of them. I have 2. Yeah, so I have 4 up there. Let me bring them down. I have these 4. I have for quite a while. Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4. Here we go. I had these for quite a while. I bought them separate and different times. I get them cheap, like $20. Like this one. This is what is it? Here we go with the focus. Okay, I'm gonna make sure I'm gonna get another camera. This camera is awful with the focus. I noticed that. I think it's time to upgrade this camera. Anyways, a 9-to-1. Focus. Maybe I hide my face. There you go. You're trying to focus on my face. And then there's a 4-to-1. I gotta hide my face, man. This camera is awful. So these you can pick them up, like $20 all over eBay. They're waterproof. They got PVC on there. They're pretty good. Then of course I bought these a long time ago on eBay. These also, and these are 1-to-1. I have 2 of these. And then I think it was about $25 for this one. I remember. Yeah, you can hang it up too if I want to use it for like a dipole or inverted V, or an offsetter. Pretty cool. Oh, sorry, I'm just slamming these things on the table. one 9-to-1 and one 10 tap multi-tap. Okay, that's pretty cool. Yeah, so I look at the other about, man, I should just make one. But for what I pay for this, if I had the materials, of course, because I figured what it cost me to get the materials, I would spend more on just. I mean, but the good thing about when you make your own, you make your own. That's the satisfaction of it. You made your own, and so I understand that. So maybe I'll look into that in the future and make my own. I mean, it's simple to make. They're pretty simple. So, and this one is rated power wise. So it's a 9-to-1. This one is, of course, 1 megahertz of 254, rated 150 watts. It says 150 watts. And then on this one, he's 500. According to this, see the 500 CW, okay, and same thing, 1.8 to 50 megahertz. So, oh, hello, Bobby. Good afternoon. WA5107SWL. All right, Bobby. I hope you're feeling better, by the way. Me, I feel much better. That was the other reason why I wasn't on last week. I wanted to, I was feeling better, but like I said, I was moving all the computer related stuff to the other room. I put up some of this type of shelving on the other room. I have two of these that I put on the other room. So I put up all my old computer stuff up there, all my CRT monitors. It's in the other room. And I'm trying to get rid of all the computer stuff out of here. And so I got more radios back here, including that North Pole Christmas radio right there. So I cleared out all the plus I'm making room for something else in the future. Um and I don't want to get to that now, but you know what I'm saying. Something around Christmas, something to do with Christmas, I guess. That holiday, I don't know. Somebody wrote to Santa, and Santa kind of gave somebody a hint that something is on the way. So stay tuned. So I don't know, man. I'll probably do a Christmas show. I don't know yet. So maybe I'll do a Christmas show. Maybe to unveil or unwrap, whatever. And we shall see. Yeah, so anyway, Bobby, I hope you're getting better. I know, and it's been lingering because my son still has a little cough. It's like the third week now. Because last week, no, it was the week before Thanksgiving when we were not feeling somewhat. Actually, it says like 4 weeks now. Thing is lingering, man. It's not COVID. It's not COVID. It's just that it's because it's flu season too. So I'm better. It's just that my son, he's been coughing a little. He's actually better now, but and it was a Thanksgiving week. It was a short week. All the 3 days leading up to the Thanksgiving, he didn't go to school. So for 3 days, he missed school because of the cough. It was really bad. It's coffee to the point where he had to always, get the gunk out. So yeah. So yeah. So that's what's been going on. That's why nothing much has been going on. I've just been moving stuff around. Um, I have a big mess over here now because I'm trying to get all the tech stuff over there, and I'm gonna free up more shelves over here so I can put some radios around this way. And I want to organize it. I want to have all the little small portables on one shelf, the bigger portables over here, and then once I have inventory of everything, maybe I'll make a video on every radio that I have, like all the radios. Like basically these are all my portables. I go to list one by one. The problem is I have too many that I can't put them all on one table. You know, and I have a 6 foot table, and there's no way I could put every radio on my table. It won't fit. And then if I'm going to talk about tabletops, and then we'll talk about tube radios, that's another whole different. That would take up. That would be like I would have to put them somewhere on several tables. So I don't know. And then the Zenith Transoceanic was there. I moved it. It's in the boiler room now. And I hooked that one up to the MFJ 1886. With I didn't have one last time that I spoke to you guys, but this is what I use to hook up the Zenith Transoceanic to MLA 30 or any other antenna. So when you open up the Zenith Transoceanic in the back, there's a hatch. You open it, and it has a whip antenna. But at the bottom of the whip antenna on the back of the radio is 2 terminals. It's 2 screws. You put this in there, and then this is a standoff. You can use banana plugs, or in my case, I screw them in. I'm trying to get a focus there. Focus, focus, focus. And then you hook up your loop to here, but of course you need an adapter. There's a BNC. My MFJ is a PL259, so I need the this BNC to SO239 adapter, and that's how I get that. And it's working. It sounds on the broadcast band it's pretty good. On medium wave, 4 to 8 megahertz, it works fine. What's the Zenith? Because it says it's old. The bands have changed since then. I think like the 31 meter band. Of course, it has no single sideband. So, like around 7,200. I was trying to listen, but of course, since there's no single sideband, all you hear is, whack, 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 whack. You can't, because there's no single sideband on the Zenith Transoceanic. But this is what I use for older radios. So you hook up your old radio here, and then standoff. It makes it nice and neat. And these little spade connector, I just crimp them on there. I crimp them on there. Come on, focus, focus, focus. And that's it. That's how. And that's the way you connect it to these radios. Same thing. This one, same thing in the back. This one too. Same thing with the older 2 radios, except for the Hammerlin. The Hammerlin, somebody put no, actually, I think it was modified. Somebody put a SO239 connector on that one. So I don't need to use this for that. I can just hook up the wires, the antenna directly to that one. But the rest of the radios, I have to do this. This is what I'll put the link in the description in the show, in the for this. You buy these at Amazon. Usually they sell 2 at a time. I think they're like $6 and change. About $7 for these standoff. And also you can use these for antennas. You can make I seen a video on it. You can make a dipole antenna, and this is a BNC. I seen somebody. They made what's called NVIS antenna with this, with the standoff. They ran I guess a long wire. They will cut it to I forgot what. I think it was for 40 meters. So they cut the length on each end, and they put it up on not high, like 10 feet off the ground. And he was making contacts with dipole with this standoff, the same one. So you can also use this to make a dipole if you want. All right, so there you go. And I made a video on this too, talking about that with the when I hooked up this with the DX100. Because I get questions on this all the time. Excuse me. I get questions on that all the time, like how you hook up a new antenna, or not new antenna, but a modern antenna, like anything with that doesn't have these terminals, to a radio that needs these, and this is the way you do it. I've seen people use the old what do they call that, balance, the cable TV, not cable TV, the over-the-air one is the 300 ohm to, 75 ohm to 300 ohm. You can use that for receiving. That'll work too. But for receiving, you can use that too. If you have that, you can use that too. The other thing is you're gonna need an adapter for the what they call the cable. What they call it's like the cable TV connector, TV to connector. I think it's called the F connector. Or there's a prop. Anyway, 75 ohm connector. You would need an adapter for that, but you can use that too. You don't need this. You can use that if it's only for receiving. That'll work fine. You know, but this is 50 ohm connector, BNC. So you can go either way. All right. I hear my son upstairs, and yeah, so that's what's been going on. Okay, I'll be right back. I think I need to speak to you. Be right back. Okay. All right. Okay. Okay. Sorry about that. I had to talk to him. He's gonna be 8 in about a little over a week. And he understands that when Daddy's on live streaming, he needs to take it down a notch. We have that agreement. So I have to remind him. You know, there's a thing about having, you know, yeah, I don't mind if he plays, but when it gets to a point where it's really rocking, because I'm telling you, when he plays, sometimes that light bulb starts flickering. Okay, sometimes when he's up there running around, that light bulb will literally start flickering because this house is old. This house will pick up any noise because wood floor, wooden floors. Oh my god! So it's like if you drop something like a piece of plastic on this end, it sounds like a bowling ball sometimes. Okay. All righty.
Cuestiones que a Cuba le interesa. En el caso ahora de esta reunión, realmente no se puede decir que vaya a aportar una gran cosa a ellos, porque al contrario, ellos son los que han crecido, incluso lo están diciendo, si no hubiera sido por la ayuda, y hay que decir fundamentalmente de Venezuela, que les dio petróleo y les dio posibilidades económicas y para sobrepasar la crisis económica de estos últimos años y bueno, también la pandemia. O sea que ellos tienen una real, un vínculo, digamos, de deuda moral
Yeah. I tell you. This is the North Pole. I remember this radio. I forgot about this radio until I saw my searches. My search has been going up lately, and I'm like, North Pole Radio. So it's this radio. So I made a video on this like 3 years ago. And I bought this radio. It's of course not a real radio. It's a let me turn that off for a minute. It's a novelty type radio. So looks like an old vintage radio, and it works. It just got like you turn it out right. Let's see. Hold on.
This is your North Pole weatherman, Blizzard Bob, reporting live from the front steps of Santa's workshop. We are predicting over 100 inches of snow, and we are currently showing level 5 hot cocoa and marshmallows alert. Please be sure your kitchen is well stocked with marshmallows. The word from inside the workshop is that the snow won't impact Santa's sleigh ride. The new reindeer goggle wipers have arrived and are ready to go. But with this big of a storm, some say they could be overwhelmed. Stay tuned for more updates. This is Blizzard Bob, your North Pole weatherman, coming to you live again from outside the workshop. I can see inside that the elves are busy putting the finishing touches on all of the toys for the good girls and boys. Meanwhile, over in the stables, the reindeer team is gearing up for Santa's Christmas sleigh ride, and the forecast is calling for snow, fog, more fog, wind, and more wind. My sources tell me that Santa has been in contact with you-know-who to guide his sleigh if the conditions get any worse. An update from the North Pole Weather Station. Good news. The snowstorm has started to ease up. We only received 59 inches of snow, or, as we call it here, a dusting. The storm has shifted south to Alaska, and it's now a balmy negative 17 degrees Fahrenheit. Practically t-shirt and shorts weather. Santa is so relieved he gave everyone a break during this busy time to go play in the snow. Behind me, it appears as though the reindeer and elves are playing a friendly game of candy cane hockey with a peppermint puck. The elves are up 3-2 with just a few minutes left to play before they head back to the workshop.
There you go. So it has this one, and then the other station is the let me see. So that's Santa's weather station, and then this one is what is it? What's the call sign?
ENN, or Elf News Network.
Elf News Network.
Reporting live from the North Pole. The elves are positively overwhelmed by Santa's nice list this year. For the past 3 years, the naughty list has been shrinking, and the nice list has been growing, which of course means more and more work for the elves. What's behind this mysterious outburst of niceness? Who are all these good little boys and girls? In tonight's interview with Chief Elf Kringle Hopper, hear his side of the story. We are working all day and all night to satisfy the letters to Santa. In my 100 years here, we've never had this many coming in. Will the North Pole invest in more toy machines? Will it be overtime for the elves till December 24th? Tune in tonight at 8. And now it's the ENN Sports Desk Update, the hottest source for sports news inside the Arctic Circle. Everyone's annual favorite sporting event of the holiday season was held yesterday, and it was quite a game. It was the NL's biggest game of the year. The North Pole Giants faced off against the South Pole 25ers in the Xmas Bowl. The 25ers won the game, scoring a touchdown right in the last 5 seconds. The Red Nose Cup was held on December 10th this year, and it was quite a game. Reindeer and elves faced off in an epic game of Capture the Red Nose. It was the Big Presents versus the Sleigh Riders in the finals, and the Sleigh Riders ended up capturing the nose 10 times to cinch the cup. Breaking news. We interrupt your regularly scheduled program for this breaking news from the North Pole. This is Scoop Yuletide reporting live from the annual Elf Congress elections. The results of the race between Elf Emma of the Techie Toymakers Party and Elf Edward of the Woodworkers Party has just been announced.
Politics.
As we all know, Elf Emma ran on the platform of video games for all kids, and Elf Edward advocated for wooden toys for all. In shocking news, the votes were counted from all precincts, including the land of misfit toys, and the candidates were tied. So Santa announced that both elves will join the Christmas Congress and thereby ensure a voice for video games and wooden toys for the next 4 years. Stay tuned for interviews with both of the newly elected Congress
elves. And then we also have, which is the other one? Let me see. Oh, the call sign is, okay, I gotta know that one for me. Call sign is WXMS. Of course, it's music. And I'm not going to play that one because I don't want to get hit with a copyright strike. So anyway, this is a radio that people have been searching on my channel. Because I saw North Pole search, I looked at my analytics. It's way up there. I'm like, okay, people are looking for this radio now. So there you go. Now you just saw the video on the 2 out of the 3 stations here. And the radio starts at, let me see where it starts at. It has these funny bands. So you can see right here, see up close up. WXMS starts around at 500 kilohertz. Then you have, let me see. Then I guess you go down to the long wave. And you have, what's that? Elf News Network, right? ENN. And then you have, at this frequency, Santa's weather forecasts. And there you go. And it only has that on and off. And that's it. It's just, I think I bought, Party City. I bought this one. So let me make sure.
This is your.
Okay, so there you go. So I've been getting searches on that lately. And so I said, oh, yeah, you know what? I'm going to bring it up on the live stream. So I had it there. So I made a video on that, like, I think when I bought it for about 4 years ago, I think maybe 3.5 years ago. I made a video on it, and I guess people searching, and I went shopping the other day, and I was looking for another one, but they didn't have nothing like that. The other one was, it looked like a cathedral type radio, but that one looked really cheap. I didn't like that one. This one actually looks like a vintage type radio with I like the chrome on it. So hello, Jim's Radio Check, Danny Claus. No, Bob. Yeah, no, it's not connected to no internet. No, because it has this. I guess it's built in there. It's recorded in there, right? Well, you know what I'm talking about. It's probably a chip in there that's recorded all these. It's only 3 stations. Well, they're not really real stations. You know what I mean? They're fake stations. I have a Halloween one that has 4 hours of old radio shows. That one is upstairs. I need to bring that one down. I made a video on that a while back. The Halloween radio. That one has, and that one you can tune it, right? And inside, it has 4 hours of old time radio shows. Of course, they're all horror related, you know. So I think in the video that I made on that radio, I think it was about Dracula. I picked Dracula, Count Dracula. And I want to find the video. I'm gonna put the link to that the radio so you can see that radio. Let me search for it. I'll put the link. Let me go look for it. Search Halloween. If you go to my channel, just type in Halloween. It should be the only radio. Halloween. Yeah. I'm gonna put the link. Let me copy that. Video audio. Anyway, I'm gonna put the link right now for that. That video is called Stay Tuned. Instead of Stay Tuned, Stay Tuned Radio. And that's the video for that one. And that one, I only played Destroy is Dracula. That radio has 4 hours of radio shows. So I could make a whole playlist of that radio alone, of all the radio shows. And I will eventually do that. But of course, you know, I just can't do it in the middle of the year. I guess every Halloween. I should have done that this past Halloween. I didn't get to that. So I guess next Halloween, I'm going to post a few of those because it's 4 hours worth of radio shows in that radio. So I picked Dracula, and that video is 28 minutes long. So that video alone is 28 minutes. because it's just a Dracula radio show. You know, the radio story about Dracula. And I know there was one about Frankenstein they had in there, in that, and then they have one I think of the was it the werewolf? And then the werewolf Dracula, of course Dracula the werewolf. I think also the Mummy. I think the Mummy also. I think the Mummy. So they have all those all old radio programs are in there. 4 hours. And that one looks more like a radio because it has an FM band. It looks like it has an AM band. You know. Hey, what's up, Terry Bendel? How's it going? Jim's ready to say, did you ever check out the Santa Net 3916? I haven't. I'm gonna maybe I'll tune in tonight. I'll probably tune in tonight, and I'll check it out. And Jim's ready to check. I got the Halloween one. Also, it's pretty cool. Yeah, that one is because I played it 4 hours. I didn't know that. When I bought that, I think I bought that in Walmart. Yeah, Walmart. I bought that one, and it was like the last one. I said I'm gonna buy it. And those radios actually, people like those radios. Like when I put a video on that radio, let me see how many. Let me see. People like these radios. Like they get 727 views, 3 years. Oh no, I bought that at Party City. Okay, it's in the description. Okay, so I bought that at Party City for $16.99. It was on sale. I guess it was after Halloween sale. They had the clearance, and I bought that one. And then this one, that's the North Pole one. I think also. Let me look at the video for that one. Actually, let me look up the video for that one. Okay, the video for the North Pole is North. It's called North Pole Radio. North Pole Radio. I think that one got more views. That one got 1.3K, 1,000. Well, 1,300 views. And that one. Oh no, my wife bought that one. Oh, Home Shopping Network. That one. So this one is Home Shopping Network. Yeah, Home Shopping Network. She bought this. $25. So yeah, people look it up. I guess that's why people searching for it. No wonder I couldn't find this one in the store because this is Home Shopping Network. Yeah. Something's rattling in there, right? Oh no, that's the handle. So if you want to listen to Elf News Network, ENN. Oh my god. Yes, I'm looking at the description. Yeah, so it's $25 for that one on Home Shopping. So I was looking for another holiday radio, but like I said, when I went to Walmart the other day, they had one like it was a cathedral style, but it looked cheap. It was cheap. It had like some silly. It didn't look like a radio. It looked like just a box, and it had Santa DJing in there. That's not a radio. That's just a. I want my fun radio to look like a radio. Because if you look at it from over here in the background, you probably say, "What is that radio? Is that wow? That's a nice vintage radio." No, that's a prop. That's a Christmas radio, like the Halloween radio. If you look at it from afar, it looks like a nice old radio, but it's a gimmicky radio. Halloween. So Jim's radio check. I have a short video out there with the same radio. Okay, cool. I gotta check it out then. Jim's radio check Santanet at 7 p.m. Central Time. Okay, I'm gonna tune in on that because now I hooked up my because I was missing one more jumper and it was too short. So now I hooked up my R2000 to the NFET. So let me just show you real quick, and I have to run the cable over here. So now I hooked up the R2000 with my. So So now I have one going to this one going to this one, and now I have the third one going to this one. And fit. And then of course, I'm gonna hook up the MFJ. I have two boxes right here. The MFJ loop, I'm gonna hook it up probably right here. I'm gonna anchor it somewhere here. And that one is gonna go to my SDR. So I'll switch with that one. I'm probably gonna get another switch. Maybe, I don't know. You can never have enough switches if you have, makes it easier if you have multiple antennas, and you never have enough switches. But I'm gonna bring the MFJ in here. I have one. The one that's right out there is going to the boiler room. Now I want to hook up to the Zenith right now. Zenith Transoceanic. So this is the one that's coming from the roof. I'm gonna hook this one up here. I'm gonna bring it over here. But I'm gonna have to I'm gonna have to get a little extension cable. Jim's radio check. You see those freaks that shot up the power grid? I went out and bought a solar panel and a power station after I saw that happen. Oh, I don't know. I haven't been following the news lately because I'm trying to. I think I said this a couple of weeks ago. I'm trying not to watch any news because especially after the midterms and all, it's just. I know there was a school. I think there was a school because I was listening to my Broadcastify app. I have a scanner app. So they locked down the school like a few days ago or something happened. I'm like, oh my god, another school shooting? Are you kidding me? Like, okay, you know what? I can't listen to this stuff. So so I try not to listen to. I try not to watch all that stuff anymore right for now because a long time ago I was going through my issue with the depression, and that's the first thing that therapist told me. If there's anything that's bringing you down, you know what? Cut it off. Avoid it. But if you have no control over it. So lately, of course, I've been watching the World Cup. That's what I've been watching mostly, the World Cup. I just finished watching the game, Portugal and Switzerland. That's the game I was just watching. Because I used to watch news 24/7. I used to always have it in the background and all that, especially like I invest, so I would have just Bloomberg or CNBC or whatever. But over the years, I found out that they're all a bunch of they're all in it together when it comes to certain things, and actually they promote a lot of doom and gloom. Because I talked about that on my crypto channel. When you're investing in the long term, don't watch the news because you're gonna get scared one day and you're gonna take your money out when you shouldn't take your money out. You're gonna panic sell. That's what we call it, panic selling. I went through that. I panic sold a couple of 3 times in my life. I panic sold. Have I not panic sold? I would have been a millionaire right now. Oh, many times over. I could have been a millionaire. But I panic sold. Back in the 90s, I panic sold. I panic sold early 2000. I panic sold, and then I panic sold around 2006. I think it was when the housing 2008. But that one wasn't that much. I didn't have that much. But the one in the 90s, have I not panic sold that one in the 90s? I would have been a millionaire right now. I could have said that right now. I could have said I could have been multimillionaire right now. But I panic sold. Why? Because I watch all that stupid nonsense, doom and gloom nonsense. And and I tell people, don't watch. If you got money in the stock market, don't watch the news. Stay away from those, because they just doom and gloom. They're like any other news. In the stock market, what's sensationalized news? Bad news. Bad news always get people watching. The same thing with regular news. What people want to watch the most? Somebody got killed. There was a shooting. They cannot come to the news and say, "Oh, we had a good day today. Nobody died. Nobody got killed today." There goes the news, and they sign off. No, they're not going to. They're going to talk about what sells. right? Bad stuff. And I can't watch that. I can't watch that anymore. I choose not to watch that. I say, you know what? I don't want to deal with that. Am I putting blinders on that? No, because I don't have. You don't have. Furthermore, you don't have control over that stuff that happens. You don't. So why are you gonna get worked up over something like that? And that's when I saw my therapist. We had the sessions. She told me that. She said, just tune that stuff out. You know what? Turn it off and do something else. Don't have it running in the background. Don't. So that's what I've been doing lately. I just don't want to listen to it. So Jim's Raiders. I try to stay away from the news myself. Yeah, it happens. And Carolina, the power is going to be out for the rest of the week. Wow. Yeah. I mean, I guess I'll check it out and I'll see But like I said, like this past, especially for me, it's been the last few weeks. I just tuned it out. I say, what, because we have all this stuff going on, and I'm trying to because there's a time around the year that I think about my mom. She's not here, and my older brother, and 'cause the holidays. Yeah, there's joy, but there's also the people you wish that were here. You know, to share Christmas with. Like right now, my household is just my wife, me, and my son, and my older brother Harry. That's it. That's celebrate. We celebrate Thanksgiving. That's it. My brothers over there, like I already told you the story about them. I'm done with them. My other brothers over there, I'm done with them. So, and Lord knows I tried so many times to unite everybody, but after a while, you get it. It's exhausting to try to unite people when they don't want to be united. So, same thing with that's why. So I go back to that because I have this internal thing in me that when I know things are not. We go through that. We all go through that. It's not, sometimes you have your up and down days. And I'm not bipolar. I'm not. I trust me. I looked into all that. Because I asked. I said, "Can I be bipolar?" She said, "No." They asked you a whole bunch of questions, and no, not bipolar. Thank God. I was just, I just had a down period in my life, and I was depressed, and that was it. And that was it. But that's one of the things I always remember, that when you're feeling a little bit like that, tune off all that stuff, because it's not gonna help you. It's gonna make it worse, you know. And don't surround yourself with people like that either. Cut those people off too. If somebody's bringing you too much doom and gloom, I'm sorry. You know what? I don't have time for you. I don't. I can't. And you know who those people are. You have people like that in your life that they only come around when they need you. But when they don't need you, you don't hear from them. You know. James Rader said, when you're feeling down and out, you could always see if Danny's around. Oh, thank you. No, and I wanted to be here last week. Last week, I was itching to be on here, but I got caught up with. I had to do that. I had to finish it. So I put up two of these shelving that I had in the garage, and then when I started bringing all the computer stuff, the stuff that was here, the retro computer stuff, started putting it away, organizing. I want to organize a certain way because I'll probably do live streaming over there too one day, and I want to have it presentable in a way. So, and when I was done with it, it felt so good. When you clean, how you say when you clean your room or when you clean everything, you feel so good afterwards. You just want to sit there and, oh my God, look how nice it looks. Look how neat it looks. So yeah, so that's what I started doing. So then I fixed up over here. I added more stuff over here, stuff that was all over, you know, and that makes you, it takes your mind off of that stuff. because life is too. Life, I know they were saying that life is too short. It is. You don't ever know. You never know. It's too short to worry about stuff that you have no control over. People. I'm 55 years old now. Excuse me, 56 years old. And I learned over the years, especially around 9/11, you know, a major thing happened in my life. Like I said, I said it many times. I could have been in that building. So it was kind of a blessing that I was not in that building. But I felt like at the time it was also like I don't want to say guilt because I didn't know anybody. I didn't know anybody personally that were in those buildings when it happened. But just seeing it all over the news over and over, the doom and gloom stuff, it gets to you. It wears on you, especially when you're having when you have a streak of bad luck. In my case, that's what happened. After that, I went through the streak of bad luck, and yeah, so I just and then finally, when I went to speak to someone about it, she told me right off the bat, first thing you do, turn off the TV, turn off the radio. As much as I love AM radio, sometimes I have to turn it off because it gets out of control. It gets out of control, and it's not a right wing, it's not a left wing, it's not a political thing. It's in general. Everything is just you know. You get to a point where what? Why am I hearing this? I have no control over this stuff. Why am I letting it get to me? No. So I'll go on TikTok and watch a little doggy video, little cute puppies, and I'll get a smile and I'll put a bunch of hearts on them. And I say, you know what? That's a cute little doggy. Oh my God, I wish I had him. And that's it. I feel better. Then rather than reading about stuff that you have no control over. None. you know? Yeah, and it sucks. God forbid, happen, you know. Like when I take my son to school. I take my son to school. I'm not allowed to go in the building. I have to drop him off right in front of the school. Then he walks up the stairs, and there's staff members there. But in my son's school, they don't let nobody go inside the building. And this is before COVID. They have a lot of security in that building. When I see some of these school shootings, there was the one in Texas. I saw the video. The kid just walked in the school, and nobody's in the hallway. There's no security. I'm like, how can this kid walks in the school with a rifle? What's the security in these schools? And that would drive me nuts if my son's school was like that. Well, my son's school is not like that. They don't play. You're not walking in that school. You can't just walk into that school. You're gonna go through 2 levels of security first. If you need to speak to somebody, they're gonna escort you to wherever you need to go. But I can't. I'm not allowed to go in there with my son. I have to drop him off right in front of the school, in front of the door. The staff members there, and they wave him in, and he goes to his class. But yeah, so it's scary. It's scary that God forbid something like that happens. But that's why I say enjoy. I enjoy my hobby. Yesterday we went shopping, and as soon as you get in the car, we're driving. Idiot. Beep, 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 beep. Like, what's your rush, bro? Like, slow down. Like, we're trying to get to our destination too. Like, the guy's literally right tailgating us. Like these people, like mentally unstable people. And I'm looking at my wife like, this is why I don't like going out shopping anymore. You know, I'm losing faith in humanity. I was a 311 operator. So just think about that. We call it the abuse line. I took phone calls from people that they take it out on me. They curse me out over the phone, and I can't hang up on them. I have to. Can you? I have to. Be calm. My inner person wants to tell them to shut the f up. But I can't do that. And in that job, that's not. I'm supposed to be professional, and these guys cursing me out, cursing the hell out of me. Like I personally towed your car. No, you got your car towed because you was probably parking illegally. If you want me to help you locate your car, you need to calm down, and I will help you locate your car. And you have to bring these people down. Otherwise, I have to bring in the. Okay, this guy's raised my hand in the call center. Yeah, this guy's being belligerent, whatever. He wants to talk to supervisor. Go ahead, knock yourself out with this guy. When I had that job, I quit after a few months. I lost faith in humanity after that. Literally, I lost faith in humanity after that job because I saw how people really can be when they don't get their way. So yeah, that's why I keep pounding it all the time in this channel. Don't get worked up for stuff that you have no control over. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. 1 hour in, 7 people watching. Hello, and thank you for stopping by. And yeah, so I wanted to be here last week, but I had to take care of that. That was priority. I had to put all those computer stuff in the other room because I'm organizing now. I want to finish organizing this side, and then because now that I launched my tech channel, I made a video on that. The link is in there, the tech channel. So if anybody want to subscribe to the tech channel, right now I think I have how many subscribers there? It was 66. Last time I checked, it was 66. And it's 67. All right, somebody signed up. 67 subscribers on my tech channel. So yeah, so originally I thought about incorporating the two, but I don't want to do that. I want to have that one separate, and eventually I'll do live stream on that one when it gets to a point where is needed. Yeah. So when you're feeling down, you look for me. I'm sorry. I know. I'm sorry. I'm sorry I wasn't here last week. But real life things come up, and it was up to me. If it was up to me, if that had not, I would be on every day. I could be on every day for at least an hour, maybe 2 hours. I could be on every day, but I have to prioritize things. I gotta prioritize things because I have my son. I have other things I have to do around the house because I'm not a working dad. My wife works, so I do the other stuff. So, and then that's the agreement that we have. So you know what? That's my part. I do what a lot of her coworkers say, "Wow, he stays home. He's raising your son." I say, "Yeah, that's what he wants to do." And right now, financially, we're okay. We can afford that. Because I made it clear I don't like daddy daycare, and I'm not a fan of daycare system. I know some people have to do that, but if I don't have to do that, my son is never gonna set foot on a daycare. No, because I've seen it too many times. What daycare, uh, you know. I'm not personally, not me. I never had experience with daycare. My mom wouldn't, but I know other people that had not so good experience with raising their kids in daycare. So that's not going to be the case with my son. Yeah. Let me see what's on now. Let me go tune in the. It's raining. It's still. Oh, not right now. It stopped. But I gotta say, the NFED has been doing well. It was windy the other day, about 40-mile-per-hour gusts. The end, it was just barely moving. The tree, barely moving. So I think the slack that I have in now is good. Now, if I ever get a bigger storm, like anything over 50 miles per hour wind gusts, I'll just unhook it from this end, like I showed in the video, and the FL will be fine. So I think the FL is going to last for a couple of years up there. I think it'll last. The only issue I have to worry about is this side with the paracord rubbing against the tree. You know, of course, the paracord, as it rubs up and down the side of the tree, it'll probably start wearing out the paracord. So, and then I gotta make another video because I gotta show you what's going on this side now. They're chopping down trees on this side. Oh my God. Like I'm looking at it, I'm like, oh my God, they're chopping down. I think they're gonna make something over here behind I mean, it's not gonna affect my end fed because the end fed is in my yard. That tree is next to my house. But there's the trees that are behind me in my yard that are up this side. They chopped down a whole bunch of trees. It's kind of sad though because you know I like the trees out there. So now you can see like more daylight on that side. So and my wife is looking at me like, oh, okay, I think it's time to sell the house because I told her it was a few 3 weeks ago. There was two surveyors that were right behind my house on the Yonkers. The surveys. One of them had that what's it called, that scope, and the other guy was all the way holding the pole, and they were doing that. So I guess they're from the city. And I know one of them saw the end for. He was looking at the wire. He's looking at it, and he's like, he's following the wire. And I'm like, oh man, he saw the end fed, but he can't do anything because it's over my property. They don't really care about that. But remember, I talked about running another wire all the way up there. I can't do it now because there's too many things going on outside. So that's it. The end fed is going to be the only wire coming from that tree for now. Because I wanted to make a longer wire antenna going the other all the way up the hill, but I can't. I can't risk it now because there's too many things going on in the yard now. In they're chopping down trees over here and over here. They were doing the survey. I told my wife, I said, listen, I think they're gonna make something back there. They're probably gonna put new housing or something there, or a building. Worst case scenario, they'll put up a building. And that'll be the worst thing. Because there's a lot of construction going on in Yonkers. If you go by the waterfront over there by the Hudson, there's a bunch of buildings going up. A lot of condominiums are going up. Because Yonkers is growing. He's the third largest city in New York now. We passed Rochester for the third populated city. So it's New York City, in New York State, New York City, Buffalo, and then Yonkers. So Yonkers is growing. There's a lot of construction going on in Yonkers. So one day we probably sell this house. If it gets too crazy here, too overpopulated. Because when they start building stuff behind our house, I'm like, oh my God, what are they gonna put back there? Because it's quiet back there now. That's the good thing about this house. It's quiet back there. Now, if they start building stuff back there, there's gonna be more people. Oh boy. There goes the neighborhood. You know? Oh boy.
Negociação da ONU lá no Uruguai. E lá sua relação à reciclagem e recuperação energética dos resíduos com a redução da emissão de gases de efeito estufa. De que maneira os assuntos aí se interligam? Como eu falei anteriormente, quando você fala de reciclagem, de alumínio, você está emitindo 70% menos gás de efeito estufa. Papel, você está chegando a 80%. Quando você faz essa atividade de reciclagem, você também está reduzindo emissões de gás de efeito estufa e está mitigando as emissões. Isso, com certeza, está alinhado com o compromisso nacional determinado do Brasil.
All right. That is Radio Nacional, Amazona. Let me see the. Caribbean Beacon? You can barely hear it. Oh my god. Right now my nose is itching or something. Okay. Let me see. Let me try
الحضر الصلاة هي احتياج إنساني لكن في نفس الوقت محرر إنساني. الله قال كده العروس الرسول اسمعوني صوتي اسمعوني بس. الله يحب دايما يسمع صوتنا، يحب دايما يسمع، لكنه مش محتاج إن احنا نتكلم معاه، احنا اللي بنحتاج حاجة زي كده. ليه؟ لأننا جوانا ضعف، وأنا احتياج إن يكون في حياتي شخص كبير، شخص عظيم نتكل عليه، نحكي معاه، نشتكي في ظروف حياتي. لكن عاوز أشجع كل حد بيسمعني النهارده تعالى لربنا قول له انا محتاج لك في حياتي. على فكره ان هم حاجه ينفع نتعلمها. تلاميذ الرب يسوع المسيح راحوا قالوا له يا رب علمنا كيف نصلي. عشان نتعلم الصلاه ينفع كل يوم ناخد موقف صغير نقول يا رب عايزين نتكلم معاك. ينفع نحكي موقف مثلا معايا في الشغل صعب احكي له. ينفع تفرحني اقرب منه وخلي ربنا متواصل معايا وكل امور. عايز اقول لك بس النهارده
6 7
So we praise Yahweh for Yeshua today. That through his life, death, burial, resurrection, and ascension and high priesthood in heaven, we can have peace.
Okay.
We believe that. I teach that.
WBC. No.
Oh,
not
does not mean that we now
No, that's not Spanish.
To be obedient to the Creator.
Anyway, WBCQ, I guess.
We have an imitation of him. The word fulfillment still up.
Wait a minute. No, this is off. Okay, this is okay. Yeah. So right now, 7 people watching. Yeah, it was funny. When you're down and out, you can always, yeah. Well, anyway, I was hoping on. Well, hopefully I'll be here Thursday. I should be here because I don't have anything planned. I had to take care of that stuff last week. I saw on Jill's official SWL Facebook page today. Let me go check it out. Actually, let me go check it out right here. Now, he might have a little radio show, on the shortwave. That'd be pretty cool, though. Let me click on it. Let me go to his exactly what he wrote. That's pretty cool to see that. Now I can't find. Okay, yeah, it says right there. Okay, I had a chat with Jeff White from WRMI regarding his presence at a live show, and he'll be there. Okay. So I saw some of the comments about that. Of course, a lot of people wanted to be on the evening, which I prefer in the evening too. I think evening would be better because a lot of people listen to it on the evening. I do a lot of shortwave listening on the evening. I don't like to listen daytime. I rarely. Most of my shortwave listening is in the evening, and I'm pretty sure most people evening, right? I know. So that's what I'm reading the comments here. So most people want so you can do the show in the evening. And somebody wrote about crowdfunding the show, maybe raise money. Let me see what else. Yeah, so in the evening, yeah. So WRMI is talking to them about that. That's pretty cool. Because I know he has that show he does with the what's his name, Sheldon, the FM. But this is nice if he does a shortwave show. That would be really nice. That would be cool. Yeah, it costs money to airtime, but I mean, in a way, wouldn't it be better just instead of him paying for it, just give him an hour? Wouldn't that promote? Wouldn't that be better promotion? I'm just wondering, because I see somebody wrote something there about. I'm not gonna give him his full name because it's a Facebook thing. Anyway, it's Chuck. His name is Chuck. He said, "I'm surprised about the pay thing. I agree about the evening here in North America. Just as to how about sponsors? That's another thing. Yeah, if if he does a shortwave radio show, wouldn't that be better for sponsors to pay for the programming? Because he has a large reach, right? But why should it come out of his pocket? He should just he get sponsors. If I was a sponsor, a company, and you got the number one shortwave channel going out to shortwave, wouldn't you want something there like wouldn't you want to be a sponsor of that show? Because you're gonna get a reach from not only the shortwave band but his channel, right? That would be cool, you know. They could be like, yeah, this is official SWS channel sponsored by on the radio show I'm talking about, not on the channel, on the radio show. And wouldn't that sponsor benefit from that? So I think somebody needs to step up and just pay for his hour. That would be cool, you know. And how much is it? I can't wait. Anyway, I guess he'll talk about it Saturday when he does his show on Saturday. And how much would it cost to do an hour on shortwave? You know, in the evening, that would be cool. Though. I would tune in for that. I would tune in for that. Definitely would tune in for that. That would be cool. So I hope it comes through. I hope it comes through. I would like to see that. You know, it makes sense. I mean, number one shortwave channel, right, on YouTube, have his own radio show on shortwave. You know, I mean, whether you have everything else on shortwave, why not? You know, that would be cool. So yeah. So I hope it happens. I'm glad. I was happy to see that. I was like, it's so cool. So they offer him a special price. Okay, so there's a special price. So they're not charging him the regular whatever. Okay, yeah, that'd be cool, man. That'd be. Because I know, like some of us, I know myself. I always wanted to have a radio show. You know, and a radio show like a talk show. For a long time, I always wanted to do a radio show. I remember back in the early 2000s, when a friend of mine, we would like, talk and, he would hang out. Of course, we drifted since then, but yeah, we always talked about stuff. And I said, why can't we do a podcast on the stuff we talk about? Because I used to follow other podcasters that was doing that, and I was like, man, there's so much things we could talk about. And this is like early in the days of podcasting. But I never had somebody I could, because it's hard to do a one-man show, one monologue. If you don't have people, if when you have two people talking, That works better. So I used to watch. I used to follow Tech TV, and then So the first podcast I used to watch was of course, the tech guy, Leo Laporte. But there was other people that came out of Tech TV that they started doing podcasts, and one of them was Kevin Rose. And was the other guy's name? I think Alex Albrecht. I forgot his name. Something like that. Yeah, yeah. So they had a podcast called Big Nation. So when I used to hear that podcast, it struck me like, man, I could do that with somebody if I had somebody. But the person that I wanted to do it with, he's very shy. He's I'm shy too, but with everything else, as you do it over and over, it becomes easier. First time I did a live stream, I was very nervous. Second time, I was less nervous. This is now I believe my 30th ish. 30 anyway, it's about I'm in the 30s now. Um, I'm more comfortable now. You understand? I'm more comfortable. But of course, it'd be better if you have someone to talk with, like to bounce off stuff. Like if you had a co-host. And that's what I was trying to do because and of course he does that radio show with uh Sheldon. So this would be cool if he has a radio show, because I think some of us want to do radio. I would love to do a radio show. Like I said, I would love to do my own radio show. And I thought about internet radio, but I don't want to do internet. I really wanted to do something broader, you know, over the air type stuff. Internet radio is okay. If I were to do something like that, it would be more of a podcast. 'Cause internet radio talking about streaming. Like you go to a website and they stream. If in my case, I would probably do a podcast first, audio podcast, and put it up like on Spotify or something like that. And but again, it's hard to do that it's easier to do it as a co-host. You have someone you can talk to. My nose itching. I don't know what's going on. What the? All right. And yeah. So I hope I hope to see that. I hope to see that he gets on shortwave. That would be big. That would be huge. That would be huge. I'm rooting for that because it's better for all of us. You know, it puts of course it's on shortwave, but the fact that it's a radio show on shortwave, it bring more attention because I was on his chat on Saturday. Somebody wrote shortwave is dead. Like, first of all, why if you're gonna go to somebody's live stream and it's about shortwave, why are you gonna first thing that comes out of that person's mouth, or he wrote it actually, you know what I mean? Shortwave is dead. I mean, you're just trolling. If you're gonna go to a shortwave live stream and you're gonna post shortwave is dead, you're trolling. That's what you're doing. You're trolling. You just want to get a reaction from somebody, or you want to get the boot. Because why would you post something so dumb? Shortwave is dead. Come on. So that's what he posted. And then that was it. And of course, I'm in there too. I'm moderator. And I'm just watching him. I'm like, okay, I'm waiting for him to post something really dumb so I can give him the boot, you know? But then he just posted that and that was it. And then I guess he shut up. And then finally, Jules read his thing and then he moved on. But I thought he was going to start trolling. Because, I get these people that Shortwave is dead. No, it's not dead. It's that, you have to be more patient. And that's what Arthur wrote. That's what Arthur wrote. Arthur Helicopter's Kitchen, he wrote that. And he hit it spot on. Shortwave is not dead, but don't expect to turn on the radio and you're gonna get 1,000 stations. You know what I mean? A bunch of stations right there. No, it's not that way. So, yeah, exactly. So that's what Arthur's helicopters for. He said, no, you gotta have patience. And unfortunately, a lot of people don't have patience. And that goes with everything in life. It's not only shortwave, it's everything in life. People want everything given to them right there. That's it. You know? He's not dead. There's still a lot of stuff to listen to, a lot of interesting stuff to listen to. He's not dead. But so Arthur Helicopter's kitchen pointed that out. That no, it's just a lot of people are not patient. And like I came back to shortwave and I turned on this radio. At first I was like, I wasn't getting anything, but I didn't know where to go. So what I did is right away I went to YouTube and I started watching. And then I went to some websites and then I found the ones with the schedule, the shortwave schedule, short hyphen wave info. And I said, okay, that's frequency. Okay, this time, okay. So then I started, common sense. I went to the internet, Googled it, YouTube, got me going, got me off to the races. And when somebody posts something like that, shortwave is there, you just either you're trolling or you're really under a rock. One of the two. Like, because at the minute I got that radio, I right away I went on YouTube. I wanted to see your review on the radio, so I saw Tom's, Hamrat, Tom's radio show. I saw him talking about that radio, reviewing it, him tuning. Then I saw a bunch of videos on that radio. Same thing, and that's it. I said, okay, come on, people, So the guy, I think he was just trolling. Yeah. Yeah, of course, there's a lot less. Yeah, there is a lot less. TV radio 1972. Hello, Michael. Yeah, shortwave isn't there. It just changes over time, especially in the US. Well, I think that's everywhere. But it does change. And TV radio 1972. Lots of least time religion. Good thing we have WRMI and WBCQ. Yeah, exactly. We still have a few. He's not dead. Do you have to have a little patience sometimes? Yeah, but he's not dead. Jim's radio check. I do have to say there is a lot less stuff than there was in the 80s. Of course, it's a lot less. And it's probably going to be less over time, but enjoy it while, I still enjoy it. And like I said, I do most of my listening in the evening. I do, yeah, a lot of my listening I do in the evening anyway. In the day, because the daytime, I'm doing other stuff anyway. I'm busy. If I'm listening to any radio in the daytime, it's the AM band, the medium wave. And not much there either because, like I said, lately, I just tune out some stations because I don't want to hear doom and gloom. News, I tend to tune it out lately. I go through my periods where I just tune it out and I won't. But when I want to sit down and enjoy shortwave, it's in the evening. I'll sit right here, or I'll go to the boiler room over there. I got my Zenith now over there. Yeah, or I have my other portables over there. I'll put it on, listen to it. You know, but it's not dead. It's just different from what it used to be. But I think he just wanted to troll. I think he just wanted to start something, and then he was gonna get the boot, and that's the end of that. Oh, and by the way, Michael, let me go, Michael. Let's see. Yeah, there you go, Michael. You're now a moderator. TV Radio 1972. You are now a mod. Like I don't have enough mods already, but you know what? There you go. TV Radio 1972. WTWW has some great music on 5085. Yeah, I know. That's yeah, they did. You're welcome. You're welcome, Michael. I thought you wasn't my. And I saw you. I said, wait a minute. You don't have a wrench. You don't have a wrench. So there you go. Yeah. So yeah, it's not dead. It's just people. You're gonna go on the number one shortwave channel, and you're gonna say that you're just trolling. He was just trolling. I think he was trolling. Cause my brother Harry, I wanted to give him a shortwave radio. He's like, but he's the most impatient person. Oh, I don't know. Because I told him, you have to. Because I was trying to explain to him. Because he listens to radio. He listens to, the broadcast band. He listens to medium wave. He listens to talk radio. So I told him, look, I'm going to give you a shortwave radio. Actually, I was going to loan him one of my other radios, my better radios, as he could tune around. But he was already like, because in my family, they're all afraid of change. My brothers and my sister, they're all afraid of technology. They were all afraid of technology. I'm the only one in the family that always, you know, wanted to learn something new. They would stay in the Stone Age if they could. So, same thing with my brother Harry. Oh, I'm gonna loan you this Shortwave radio. You can listen to, you want to listen to Cuba. You want to listen to this. You want to listen to that. But then I try to explain to him like that. He starts getting scared. Oh my God, there's so much things to learn. Oh my God, oh no, I don't want to learn all this new stuff. Like, calm down. It scares people. Like, they think they're going to like a college. They're gonna take a whole college course on this. You know, like, no, just tune and have fun, and then look up stuff you want to listen to, and then you tune it there. But he didn't want no part of that, so I said, okay, forget it. I was trying to help him out. I said, with all the radios, imagine you have me as a brother. I'm your brother. I'm gonna give you a radio. I want you to enjoy the hobby. And he's like, no, 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 no. I said, forget it. I said, forget it. Because it's a long story between me and him. It's a long story because I'm the youngest of 8. He's the second youngest. It's not a rivalry thing because I'm not rivaling with him, but he has a thing to me. So and so I try to say no because he sounded interested because I had some of my radios next to his room upstairs and I was listening to Shortwave. I listened to different station and he's like, oh, what's that? That's from I said, yeah, that's Radio Romania. That's from Oh, okay. Then I was listening to Radio Havana. Oh, that's from Cuba. I said, yeah, it's from Cuba. So he sounded like he's interested in it. So when I offered him the chance to get in the hobby, he turned me down. I don't know. I said, he has issues with trying to be, he has issues with bonding with his brothers. And that's why it's a long story. Anyway, so imagine somebody introducing me to this hobby. Nobody, the only how I got introduced to this hobby was my oldest brother had a radio, and I was a kid at the time, and I say, what is that SW on the radio? What is that? And because he had a multi-band radio with the Shortwave and the police band, I said, what is that? So it was more my curiosity when I wanted, what was that? And of course, my brother never tuned to all that. He had that radio. He used to always leave it on FM. And it was like a waste of a radio at the time. I was like, why you listen to FM? You have all these bands. Why you listen to FM? And we know people like that. We know people like that we grew up with. They probably had a multi-band radio and they had it on FM or on AM. Medium wave. They had it on AM. And I'm like, have you ever tried to listen to shortwave? Have you ever tried to listen to the air band? You know? And they will be like, no, there's nothing there. That's another reason. Another answer I get a lot. There's nothing there. No, there is there. You just need to find it. How much work it is to turn a knob? Turn the knob slowly. Listen. Turn the knob. Listen. Turn the knob. Because they want everything there. You know, like you turn on the radio. The radio station is there already. 24/7. It doesn't work that way. So Arthur hit it on the head. He hit it on the head when he says, yeah, a lot of people just don't have patience. And that's what it is. A lot of people don't have patience. A lot of people are used to that. We want everything right now. They want to give it to them right there. You got to run a wire. You can't just use a TV antenna. No. You can't use just a regular whip antenna to listen to shortwave. No. Yeah. So my brother when I tried to, I was gonna hook him up with the Grundig, the field radio. I was gonna hook him up with the Grundig. I said, look, I'm gonna loan you the Grundig for a couple of months. Because that's an easy radio to use. And they got a big display. Because my brother's legally blind on one eye. But the display is big enough that you can still listen, you can still see. So I was, look, I'm gonna loan you this radio for a month and then a couple of months, because I'm not using it. It's right there collecting dust. You can use any radio he wants, you can use any radio. And he said, no, I don't want. I said, okay, forget it. You know? Glenn Dansler, I know exactly what you mean. My family only interest is money. When I became a physicist, I called hell because I couldn't make a lot more Moneto, whole family. Yeah. You know? Yeah. I'm telling you, they're the biggest detractors. You know, when I like I said, I learned computers a long time ago. My brother, my oldest brother, he brought a Commodore from. I was going to wind up in this landfill. Somebody was throwing it out. So he gave me a Commodore 64, and I would have been like, I actually, I said, he passed away. And I used to call him Papo. Papo. I said, Papo, you're gonna use that computer? Can I borrow it? He said, yeah, take it. I'll borrow it. Go ahead. First he lent it to me. Then he finally gave it to me because he said, oh, I see that you're enjoying it so much. You know what? You can have it. So he loaned me the Commodore, and I read the book. I started learning, and that got me into computer computer science and all that stuff. And no, it's like, well, yeah, it's okay. 70 years. Yeah, right. It's okay. No, I understood what you wrote. I understood. I got the gist of it. I understood. TV radio 1972. I would have jumped on that if I was new to the hobby and I don't even have the elite field. The Eton field radio. Yeah, I was gonna. I have a. I could have loaned him any radio here, but the best one for him would have been the Eton, the field radio. I was gonna loan him for a couple of months or more if he wanted to. And I would have gonna hook it up for him too. I would have ran a wire there. I would have hooked. I was gonna hook it up. No, I said, forget it. I was like, because he's listening to medium wave upstairs. He has a radio. It's one of the fake vintage radios. It looked like a cathedral radio. I think Crosley makes it. It has a tape deck. He has one of those radios. So of course I'm meeting with sometimes it's I told him. So I told him. I said, if you rotate the radio, you can null out the noise. He didn't know that. Of course he didn't know that. So I showed him. I said, when you're getting this much noise, just 90 degrees. Tilt the radio, point the radio 90 degrees, and the noise went away. It was gonna on the AM band. I flipped it 90 degrees. Noise was almost gone. Can you listen to it better? Yeah, okay. So there you go. So I offered him. So I told him to later on buy a Lazy Susan. One of those turntable. You put the cake on it and you rotate it. So I offered. I was gonna loan him mine. I said, here, look, put this underneath the radio. When you hear a noise, you rotate it. Or at night, if you want to DX, if you want to listen to Zuma Radio, because he didn't know about, obviously, I was going to introduce him to medium wave DXing. I said, if you tilt the radio this way, you can listen to Zuma Radio, CHML from Canada. He's like, yeah. I said, yeah. So I put it. I was told, and he heard it. Here's Zuma Radio. I'm like, But then I can see that he wants to be interested in it. But then it's like I think that's the thing for me that he doesn't like. It's a long story. It's like I'm the baby brother, so you're like yeah. It's so silly. So I'm telling him, if you're gonna rotate the radio this way. So when I walk up there and I'm doing something, I hear the radio going, he just leaves it on the same spot. I said, you can just rotate it and it'll go away. But he's so stubborn, like. So same thing with the shortwave radio. I wanted to introduce him to shortwave. Same nonsense. You know what? Forget it. I tried. So many things you only try so many times until you say, what, this guy doesn't want to be. He doesn't want to be helped with anything. So that's the same thing what happened with. I taught myself computer stuff. Then in the 90s, I went to college. I got my computer science degree. I saw the way everything was heading toward the internet. And I remember my sister and my brother were looking for jobs. They were still clipping. They're not clipping. They were looking at classified. I said, there's job websites now you can go to, right? This is in the 90s, late 90s. I told them, you can go to monster.com, right? They would look at me like, I don't, they're like, they were so afraid of technology. All you have to do is create an email account first. Before, I didn't want to create an email account. I said, you know what? Then stay in the Stone Age. I would tell them, just stay in the Stone Age then. So I was working for companies. I was making good money before in the 90s, I was making, good money. And, they would look at me and I said, listen, you need to change with the times. You need to adapt. So they're all like that. My brothers, they're all like that. They're all I'm gonna call them Neanderthals. They're all Neanderthals. They didn't want to learn anything new. They were so scared of learning anything new. I always scratch my head about that. How can you go through life you don't want to learn something new? I'm seriously. Like I'm sure you guys know people like that they don't want to learn anything. It's not going to kill you to learn something new. It might actually help you or even make you money. Like right now, for example, I got back into the hobby. Right? I got back into the hobby. I went on YouTube. I learned from Jills. I learned from Tom. I one day said, you know what? I want to make my own channel. I started making my own channel. I started creating my own content. I even made a few dollars. I made some money off of this before it was demonetized. I made money. I made money through other ways. I made money. PayPal, a donation. I'm about to get monetized again. If probably by the next few weeks, I should be monetized again. So you see, you can actually make money too to buy more radios. But you get what you put in it. Put it that way. If you want to be good at something and anything in life, you have to practice, right? You have to learn your craft or your sport, whatever, and you have to practice. You learn something new every day. I learn something new every day. I try to learn something new every day. I try to learn something new every day. Not related to radio, anything in general. Life stuff. And I know people that go through life, they don't want to learn. How can you go through life, you don't want to learn? I don't understand that. I don't understand that. But that's my brothers. They're like that. They don't want to learn. They don't want to learn anything new. You know? Peter, I'm saving money to start trading to buy my radio equipment. Okay. Peter, I am getting regular income from bonds at the moment, but it's too small. Well, that's cool. But you put yourself in a position, at least you're getting income from the bond. So you created that. The same thing with me. I have stocks. I have stocks that are generating income. I'm not getting like, a big fat check every month. They're buying me more shares of the same stock, and it's slowly but surely generating income. And every year it adds up. When we do our taxes, I say, oh my God, you earn this amount of money on this stock through the dividends. You earned yeah, and you created that. So you know what? Even if it's small, you know what? You should be proud of that because you created that. You decided I'm going to invest in this, and long term. Now, of course, it's going to grow too, right? It's going to grow as you get more shares, or in case the bonds, it'll create more income and so on. Conservative investment, yeah. Thanks. I also have stock income from conservative, yeah. Like I have REITs. We call REITs. They're real estate investment. Those are very conservative stocks. They're not like $100 share stock. I have some that are worth like $8 a share, but they pay monthly. They pay monthly, and they pay. I have about 100 shares of that. So every month it buys me another 1 or 2 shares of the same stock. So that particular stock, I think I started out with like 80, 90 shares. I'm up to 130 something right now. It keeps every month I can buy it buys me 2 or 3 shares. Yeah. Yeah, you know what? Peter knows what I'm talking about. REITs are my favorite too. They pay 80% of the income to investors. Yeah, because that's why they pay monthly. They have to pay, otherwise they get hit with tax. They get hit with a real tax liability. So they rather just pay the investors with it. They say, you know what, here. Peter knows what I'm talking about. Peter, you're the man, bro. I know. You're on the right track. You're on the right track, Peter. So that's what I have. I have a few of those stocks, the REITs. Yeah, so I have a few of those stocks. I can. Let me see. I know I have. They're not in front of me. I don't have. I have to go to. Let me see if I can log in to FinViz. And I have quite a few. My wife and I, we have quite a few listed. And we have some on Ameritrade. We have some on Stockpile. We have, she has a Stockpile account. I have a Stockpile account. We have Ameritrade. And let's see the REITs. I'm going to name a few of them. Let me see which one they want. And I have some that are like Oxford Lane. That is that's more capital, like business. That one pays monthly. Oxford Lane Capital Corporation. I have that stock. I have that one right now. That one is let's see where it's down to. Wow, yeah, it went down. But then again, and I have quite a few. I have that one. I'm trying to find. I have Stellus Capital. That's another one. But that's more investment, like business. But that one pays monthly too. Uh, the REIT. Let me see what REIT I have. I have and the other one. I think. I know I have. Oh, ticker symbols. Oh. Uh, where is that? Where is that? I just lost it. Oh, Realty Income Corporation. That's ticker symbol. I have that one. I have quite a few. I have some more out there. I have Let me see what else is on here. I think the other one's on the other one. I have. Let's see. AGNC. But anyway, they're pretty good reads and also always great. That's the most expensive one I have is in terms of realty. Right now, let me see what was the last price on there. The last price was $62. Yeah, $62. It closed at. But I have other ones that are monthly. They're not REITs, but they're business like the Stellus Capital one. Then I have that's a ticker symbol. I just saw it right here. Ticker symbol. Is it? No, not that one. Here's the other one. I have like a spreadsheet on BDC. Gladstone. I have Gladstone Capital. There's a bunch of different Glad. Ticker symbol was Glad. GALD. GALD. I have that one, Gladstone. That's another monthly one. I have Nuveen. This is this is mostly conservative, like you said, bond. I have JFR, the Nuveen Floating Rate Income Fund. So that's another monthly dividend one that I have, right? Nuveen. Oxford Lane, of course, OXLC. Oxford Lane Capital. So let's see what else. Of course, Stellus Capital. I think the other one is they changed the name of it. It was Allianz. Allianz used to own them. Allianz. So now it's called Virtuous Convertible and Income Fund. Ticker symbol was NCZ. And that one I had right now I have 50 shares, but I think right now that's a long time ago. I think I have now 75 shares of that one, I believe. I haven't updated this in a long time. But those are all monthly dividends. That's the cool thing about it. Those are monthly. So if you get they just like right now they're little, like you say, small, but in 10 more years, when you retire, like when I retire in 10 more years, that's supplement income. That's gonna be supplement income by then. Especially if I maybe even 15 more years, that'll be supplement income. Supplemental income coming in, pay the bills. Unfortunately, pay the bills. Hopefully not medical bills either. And then of course I have other ones. And then because I have you know my wife has a full retirement from the hospital. It's called 403B. That's what they have. It's like a 401k, 403b. So she has two of them. One from her old job that's still, and one from her current job. And they, of course, they all took a hit. They all took a hit this year. But you know, she's gonna be okay. She's gonna be a lot better than me. You know, but yeah, during the pandemic when everybody was selling, we was buying. They bought a whole bunch of different, original portfolio was about 30 different stocks. We went to almost 100. We added more companies. It's like a mutual fund what we have now. So many companies we have now. We bought a lot of stocks that were beaten down. March of 2020, no, April was the worst. I think April of 2020, when it really hit, bing, when everybody was selling. There you go, Peter. That's what happened to us. We bought a lot of oil stocks. We bought. Um, I bought energy. I bought Energy Transfer. We bought Sunoco, Schlumberger, Halliburton. We bought all that. Man. We bought all that good stuff. U.S. Steel. U.S. Steel when it was down to nothing. Yeah, U.S. Steel. Chevron. I got Marathon. I got Marathon. I bought Ford and GM. I bought Ford. I said, well, remember Ford was one time I bought Ford. I bought American Airlines. Remember the airlines were stock with debt? I bought American Airlines, Southwest Airline, United Airline, Carnival Cruise Line. Yeah. General Electric. I was crazy. Yeah. Carnival Cruise Line, man. When I bought that, it was like, wow. People, we looked at each other like we're gonna buy it because they're gonna bring back what when the pandemic is over, people are gonna go back. Yeah, yeah, I'm looking at it now. Goodyear, how about Goodyear? Goodyear Tire and Rubber Company. Yeah, look at that, man. Wow. Norwegian Cruise Line. Norwegian Cruise Line. Yeah, look at that. Wow. Yeah, for resumed dividend. Yeah, yeah, because I remember years ago they had. I got a friend in the beer industry. He was really bullish on the cruises. Yeah. And let me see what else. That was the oil stocks were the real. Everybody was running away from oil stocks. I said, no, don't run away from oil stocks. I have Exxon too. Exxon Mobil. I have Exxon Mobil. Yeah, so that's why when I was saying earlier about don't watch the news because I panic sold in the 90s. I panic sold early 2000. I didn't this time around. I said I'm not selling no more. I said we're buying now. When everybody's running away from everybody's selling their stock, I'm buying. I'm in there buying bargains because it's gonna go up. You know, bad news. That's good news for me because I'm gonna get them cheap. The same thing with crypto. Bitcoin, right? Uh I wish I could buy more Bitcoin now because it's cheaper now than it was 2 years ago. And it was at 58,000, 64,000, whatever it was. Now it's what? What is Bitcoin right now? I have to check my CoinGecko account. Let me see. Bitcoin. 16,981 is Bitcoin. Ethereum is $1,200. And I have Bitcoin. I have crypto. I have crypto too. Not a lot, but I have it. Yeah, I put a little bit. I have some on crypto. You know, I wish I could buy more Bitcoin right now. And I have on my other channel, Danny Finance. I get Bitcoin from there. People sign up for an account like Gemini. I get commission in Bitcoin. So $10 Bitcoin here, $10 Bitcoin there. It was 8K. Yeah. Peter, love Exxon, been bullish on oil since the Bush era. Yeah. Man, we need to go to Danny Finance and start doing the chat. Y'all come over to Danny Finance. I'm gonna do a live stream on Danny Finance. I'm just kidding. One day I will. One day I'm gonna do Danny Finance. So Peter, you need to go to Danny Finance and sign up, man. So when I do a live stream, I need you there. Man, I need you there, man. I need people like you on my Danny Finance. So when I do the live stream there. Agree 100%. I bought Bitcoin during the 2021 bear market in the summer. Ha ha ha. But I never sold. I waited for another rally. Yeah. Because I got into crypto in 2021. But that was after the bear market. It was already going. It was already. Because I bought Shiba Inu. I have Shiba Inu. I have Bitcoin. I have a whole bunch. I have a few. So my portfolio. What is my crypto portfolio? I have to log in. Okay. Crypto. No, I had my Shiba Inu for when Shiba Inu first came out. I didn't buy it then. It went up. Then I bought some, but then it went up. So I'm I wish I could have bought it when it first. I don't have that. I only have 100 million. I have like about 110 million Shiba Inu. Yeah, go when you go to my channels, feature channel is there. Just go there. Just subscribe to that. Danny Finance. Yeah, that's why I'm setting up the other room too, because I want to do my live stream for Danny Finance over there with the big TV. So I can because this is for the radio channel. Right here is gonna be the tech channel or somewhere here. And Danny Finance is probably gonna be in the other room. But I want to have with the 55-inch or maybe on the desktop and just because that one for the finance I need to show charts. I need to show, you know. For the finance, I need to have a computer set up. I need to show charts, all that stuff. Ticker, we need to do all that stuff. Because finance is stocks, investments, crypto. So so that's what happened. When I was saying earlier, panic selling, you lose. If I never sold the stocks that I had in the 90s, I would have been a millionaire. I had stocks in the 90s when I first started investing. I sold all that because I panic sold. And that's why I tell people stop watching the news and believe everything they say, and actually use it to your advantage. When everybody's selling, that's when you should be buying. So now it's the opposite. Now I'm like a shark. And I say, oh, the Dow's down 1,000 points. I'm like, okay, can it drop more? I'm trying to look at stocks, and then I say, okay, So that pandemic was opportunity. That was like once in a Probably not in a lifetime, because I went through a few of those, but the pandemic was the last major correction that we had, a sell-off, big sell-off. And I looked at my wife. I said, Annie, we're gonna put as much as we can in. So for weeks we were buying, bam, bam, and we saw, and it recovered right away. And we saw it. We said, oh my God, look at all this. Yeah, panic selling doesn't get you nowhere. And they're all guilty of that. CNBC, Bloomberg, they're all guilty of that doom and gloom stuff. Because they're doing that with crypto now. They jump in on crypto like, oh, everybody know what people buying crypto. Why should anybody still in crypto? They're crazy. No, I haven't sold anything. I got all my crypto still. I haven't sold not one token. I'm not going to sell. Because when it goes up, I'm going to be sitting on a nice couple of bags. Like Shiba Inu, Bitcoin, Polygon. I got Anchor. I got AMP token. I had a whole bunch of AMP tokens. I still have them. And they're in Gemini. And they're generating interest. They're generating interest. Even though they're beaten down, they're still generating more tokens. I even bought Terra Luna. After the collapse, I bought it was cheap. Hopefully it'll go back up. So of course they now they came out with the new Terra, whatever. But that one I don't have much, about $100 worth. That's it. Yeah, I got Phantom. I got Litecoin. I got Telcoin. I got Baby Doge. I still got Baby Doge. Baby Doge. I'm looking at them right now. I got Baby Doge. And that's a good thing about crypto. Yeah, I got Baby Doge. I got Doge. I got Baby Doge. But that's a speculate. Some of them I speculate. I mean, I'm not throwing, and I'm not breaking the bank on them. I put like $100. Like with Shiba Inu, I started with $100. Then I bought another $100. And then I got two. And then when I saw, I was like, man, I got 100 million. I got 100 million tokens. And if that thing ever hits a penny, I'm rich. Just with Shiba Inu alone. If Shiba Inu hits a penny, not even a penny, if it's like 2 zeros under a penny, I'm looking at house money. I could buy a house. And you start with that, put a little here and that. When I tell people about crypto, don't put all your money in it. Don't do that. Don't. You have your stocks, you have your conservative, like Peter, conservative investment. But you take a little percentage, It's like going to the casino. You want to call it that? You put a little money, a little crypto here and there. And let it ride. I wish I could have got into crypto earlier. For me, it was 2021. I got into crypto. I wish I could have got into crypto 10 years ago, even 5 years ago. But it's better late than never. There's going to be another bull market coming. There's going to be another bull market coming. I'm strapped in. I'm strapped in. I want to go for the roller coaster. I'm going up the roller coaster right now. No, actually, I'm done. I want to go back up on the roller coaster. Peter, I was putting all my saves in the stocks once I saw March 16, 2020 drop. I wish you could have seen me jumping straight in while at work. Yeah, we did the same thing. My wife and I looked at each other. We said, we need to get out of it now. You're not gonna see prices like this again, probably in a long time, if ever. When I saw Ford under $2. I think there was a point where it was almost under $2. I said, we gotta buy all this stock. We gotta buy 100 shares. 100 shares. Everything was 100 shares. 100 shares. Everything had to be a block. 100 shares. And then some of them, it was like, 200 shares. Or whatever you can afford. And I'm glad. I'm like, man, I wish I had more cash. And yeah, and then some of them, of course, like when I bought another thing I tell people to buy, the stock splits. Like Google. No, what's it? No, Tesla. Not the last stock split, but the one that he did in 20. When he was 2020, late 2020, 2020. Yeah, 2021. He did one last year. And I was like, because it was $1,700 a share one time, Tesla. And I was like, I bought a fractional share of stock pass. Let me just put a He's like, it's too high. I said, no, but I said, don't be surprised they split, because he was already tweeting about it, that his stock is too expensive. Because Elon wrote that. He wrote it was too expensive. So he's kind of hinting that he wants to split the stock. Yeah, the first one, August 2020, that's the one. So I said, Annie. So when he announced it, boom, right there, we put I think it was like $1,500 worth. So when that was split, we had like 12 shares of it, something like that. It was like, and I was like, okay, so now we off to the races. And then it split again a few months ago. And then now it's like I forgot, it's almost 20. So you gotta take advantage of those splits too. Amazon, when they split, that's what we did. We put Amazon like $100 right now. Remember, Amazon was $3,000 a share. Yeah. So that's another thing you got to take advantage of. There's those splits. When you see a stock that, oh man, I can't afford a share, it's too expensive. Okay. So wait until it splits, and when it splits, you at least buy, whatever you can buy. I bought Amazon 3.3K in August 2020, and I barely sold it for profits. I want to sell it. I would have hold on to it. And then when they split, like we bought Facebook when it was an IPO. I think it was $36 and change. We bought Facebook. It went up as high as $320. Facebook. Now it's down to $115, and we're still up. But because the thing about Facebook that annoyed me, it never hit that big money. It never hit $1,000 a share. That's what pissed me off about Facebook. It went up to $300, and then that's it. It saw $300, and it went back down. And then it floundered around $200 for a long time. And then the last quarter, they lost money, and it dipped. It went under $100. Yeah, it is. It's sad. Especially when he renamed it Meta. I was like, what is this guy doing to this company? So I looked at my wife. I said, we're going to have to sell Facebook eventually. Otherwise, we're going to go, we're running the risk of not even making profit. And yeah, but I remember when it was $300 a share, I'm like, yeah, I could see Facebook go to 400, 500. And nope. He Meta. That's what he called it, Meta. He started doing the Meta because the metaverse thing started taking off last year. The metaverse with the crypto and all that. So he tried to jump in on that metaverse nonsense. And you should have. How could you rename your company Meta? It's Facebook. Every phone you buy has a Facebook app already in it. Why are you gonna ruin that? Like, my God. And another thing they did is that the censoring thing. The censoring thing drove a lot of people out of Facebook. A lot of people left Facebook. A lot of people I know from online games that I play. Because I've been on Facebook since I've been on Facebook since it started. My Facebook accounts are old. I have a few accounts. I have a few accounts that are like over 10 years old or more. Like no more than that, older than that. I've been on Facebook for a long time. Wow. So I have 3 or 4 accounts that have been there since the beginning. With thousands of friends on them. And a lot of people left. It's all dead accounts now. They all left. They all left to Rumble or Parlor or whatever. They all left. They got fed up. They got fed up with the censoring, with the nonsense. They got fed up. And I was looking at my wife. I said, Annie, we're gonna have to sell this stock because this stock could plummet down to below what we paid for it. And yeah, I have one Facebook. I have a Facebook account just for family. That's just family. So I put my son's stuff there and they look at it. Then I have Facebook like pages. I have one for this channel. I have one for Danny Finance. I have one for uh, retro gaming. And then the rest of them they're pretty much dead Facebook accounts. Because I used to play online games a lot. I used to play like, Farmville, Mobsters. I used to play those games. Poker. I used to play the poker games. The Texas Hold'em from Zynga. Zynga. I have that stock too. I have Zynga. I bought. I have like 10 shares of Zynga. I bought. So I have Zynga. Yeah. So I have farm. I used to play Farmville. I used to play all these games, Mobsters, and so on. Like Mobsters, for example, you have to for you to succeed in that game, you have to have a lot of more people in your mob. So you got to make friends with people. So you got to go strangers. Oh, you play mobsters? Come and join me. We play mobsters. So I have accounts with just mobsters, and I have a lot of people there. But they all because we all play the same game. Mafia Wars. That's another game from Zynga. It was it Zynga that made that one? Mafia Wars. Mobsters originally was Playdown. That was the company that made those games. Playdown. And then they got bought out by Disney. And that game went to the toilet. When Disney, I'm telling you, anything that Disney touches, they ruin. They ruin it. That's one stock I would never buy. I don't like Disney. I would not. I don't want their stock. Even if you give it to me, I don't want their stock. I don't want their stock. I hate Disney. I can't stand Disney. And thank God my son doesn't like any Disney stuff. Yeah. No, I never owned Disney. I don't want to own Disney. Nope. I can't stand Disney. They're just awful. They're too crazy for me. I don't like watching anything Disney. ESPN, I don't watch it anymore. It's a joke. I don't have cable anyway, but even if I could get ESPN, I don't care for it anymore. And I love sports, but I can't watch ESPN. They're unwatchable to me. You know, I hate this. Yeah, I don't want to own Disney. Yep, I had Disney stock and I sold it at a loss. Yuck. Yeah, so I'm telling you, so Facebook, they drove everybody out of there. People that are still there, yeah, it's still, but it's not the same. It's not the same. It's not the same. Lately, there's not that many good social media left. Only because TikTok is not all that either. I have a TikTok account and it's like it's a love hate thing with TikTok. The guy that I used to follow on TikTok, he does ham radio stuff. He got suspended over some nonsense, and he's leaving TikTok already. He's leaving TikTok. He announced it the other day because I didn't see his live stream for like a couple of weeks on TikTok because he does live streaming with CB radios and ham radios. I have Telegram, but I need to rethink Telegram again. I had Telegram. I need to rethink it because I had Telegram because of crypto. That's how I got into Telegram because of crypto. But then what happened was when I went into some of those crypto channels, all you see is people spamming, what they call it, buy more. Like it's just pump and dump, a lot of pump and dump, um, Telegram going on. So I'm like, okay, I can't deal with that pump and dump stuff. But yeah, Telegram, people like Telegram. I have a Telegram account. I need to revisit it though, but of course, Discord. I never use Discord. I have a Discord account. I don't even use it. I don't want. I just don't understand the Discord thing. It's a lot of social media that I just, I have the accounts. I just, I'm still used to because right now I'm active on Twitter. Because I post if I like after this live stream, I'll post the link there about the live show. Yeah, I just made this video today. That's it, and I'll do some, but not much. Okay, so yeah, so I need to look at what's the Discord thing. What's the thing about Discord that people like? And I have a Discord account. I want to because I see that it is uh people seem to suggest it. So TV Radio 1972. I am on a few Discord servers. Okay, and so I need to look into the Discord thing. And I tried other ones. I tried Odyssey. That's it's like YouTube, but they're supposed to pay you in crypto. It's blockchain type thing that once you put your videos up, it says it's not on a centralized server. So I have Odyssey account connected to this account. So every time I make a video here, it goes to Odyssey also. Odyssey.com. And they pay you in crypto, although I don't have much of anything there. Honestly. I have this whole collection on Danny Shortwave. It's on Odyssey. It's what they call it. It's like it syncs. So every time I post a video here, it syncs with Odyssey and it goes to Odyssey. So I think my Odyssey account is. Let me post the Odyssey. Odyssey, and so so you can see what I'm talking about. But the problem, Odyssey, is it's not that much. I mean, I know Sparkyzilla 85 is over there. Oh man, now they want me to reset, check my email. I don't got time for that. Come on, bro. Let me see. Okay, Gmail. Yeah, there you go. LBC. Peter. Yeah, LB. Yeah, library. It's pronounced library, I guess. LBRY token rewards on Odyssey. I am a long time user, but I got off the platform in 2020. Yeah, because they changed it. That's what pissed me off about them. That's what, because they used to pay me every time I used to log in. They will give you a couple of little, and because they're not worth anything. But then they made it. They stopped paying me for just to sign. Just to what you call it. Long as it says I can close this tab. Okay, welcome back. You automatically signed in. Yes, I am. So there you go. So this is my. Let me go to my channel. Go to my channel. No, I want to go to my channel. It's right here. So right now I got 9 followers. It's like a dead app. So this is the link to Odyssey. My Odyssey. So every video that I put here, it gets synced over there. It gets synced. I think the live streams don't get synced though. That's I'm noticing that the live streams don't make it, or it takes longer. I guess because the live streams are longer. So yeah, so my last content was the videos. Yeah, so my videos go up. Not all my live streams go up over there, but my videos go up there. Let me see content. Let me see under content. Yeah. So my live streams are not going over there now. It's just my videos. So it's like they sync. So some people see me there and they say, "Oh, it's like I'm trying different things. There's different. I try Rumble. I try this, but they're not YouTube. That's the problem. YouTube is still the biggest. They're still the biggest, and not there's nothing. I tried Vimeo when it first came out. Now you have to pay. Now it's a paid service. I'm not paying. I'm not paying to upload videos. No. So YouTube, YouTube is not gonna go away anytime soon. He's not going away. What Facebook needs to do, they need to stop with this. Because you can post. I think now, I think they get to a point where they can monetize on Facebook. And if that's the case, then they'll be okay. But if not, I don't know. I want to upload videos on Facebook, but I want to do a live stream on Facebook. I did one live stream on Facebook a long time ago, and it was okay, but I don't know. Yeah, Peter. I wish YouTube was like the way it was back in 2009, 2010. We had more. Same thing with the monetize. When I started the YouTube channel, I remember you only needed 100 subscribers to get monetized, and then they went up to 1,000, and now it's 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 viewing hours. So that's what I messed up on, the 4,000 viewing hours. I went below that this past year. I went below that, and I got demonetized. I didn't upload a video for 6 months. That was another bad thing I did. I didn't upload because at that time I was not feeling well and a lot of things were going on. A lot of things were going on. But that's another thing. So now it's harder to get monetized. So I'm this close to getting monetized again. I need another couple of. I checked it this morning. I think I'm about. I think I'm almost. I need about 300 more hours viewing hours to qualify. Yeah, and you have to be squeaky clean. Yeah. And that's something. I don't have no copyright strikes or that. Thank God. So they're making it harder for you to get monetized. So I'm hoping in another few weeks I should be monetized, and then I just got to keep that above that 4,000. It's hard to keep it above 4,000 viewing hours. That's why if you make a lot of short videos, you better get a lot of views, because I can't see yourself getting 4,000 hours. It's hard. It's not easy. So that's why it's better to do live stream for someone. Because I started looking up, I said, how can I get my viewing hours up? So finally, I do, and I've done videos, instructional videos that are like long 20-minute videos and all that. You have to do some of those. You can't do an instructional video with 2 minutes. It's not going to work. Sometimes you need a long, like the MLA 30 mod. That's a 30-minute video. I'm sorry. People were like, well, 30 minutes is too. Then don't watch it. I'm trying to show you something here. If you're interested in watching it, you can watch it. If not, don't watch it. But that helps to bring up the hours. And the next thing I found out is the live stream. The live stream. But now what is live? It don't count now. After the live stream is over, if you watch it after that, that counts toward the hours. So I noticed that since I started doing live stream, my hours are going up now. And that's a good thing. So, You know, I could make a video on that alone. If you want to qualify for 4,000, you have to do this and this and this and this. And one of the things is live stream. You have to live stream. You have to. You don't have a choice. Because if you make a lot of little short videos, 2-minute video, 1-minute video, you better get a lot of views on those videos. Otherwise, you're not gonna qualify for 4,000. Trust me, I've done it. I tried it. I do a lot of reception videos too, and they don't make the hours. When I look at my analytics, my #1 videos are the ones that I'm talking. Either I'm showing you something or I'm doing a live stream. Those are the two videos that get the most. But the ones that I show you, like I'm outside, the expedition, if I'm on the roof, if I'm in the backyard, those videos get more views than all my other videos. It's the videos that I'm talking and I'm showing you antennas and all that setup. Those videos get more views than any other videos I get. It makes sense because it's like you want to be there and you see all that. Those are the videos that I'm interested in. When I watch instructional videos, I'll know right away if this guy's gonna put me to sleep. Now if he talks and he makes it interesting, and I'll say, okay, yeah, I can watch him. He's not about being funny. It's just about being interesting and whatever. Like Sparkyzilla 85 when he does the antenna videos, when he tweaks his inverted L for the ham radio, his antennas outside. I watch those videos more than all the little reception videos I put, and I do that with everybody. Like Jill's when he showed the V antenna in the yard. Those videos are more the ones that I think most people want to watch than a reception. You'll get a lot more views with those, and that because it happens in my channel. The most views I get are the reviews. Reviews get a lot of views too. They'll get more views. Have you reviewed something? Especially if nobody reviewed it yet, you'll get views on that. But there's so many radios I can review, I have whatever. I'm not buying new radios to review every week. No, I'm not doing that. You're going to run out of radios to review. Some people are good at that. They just review every radio that's known to mankind. I'm not doing that here. I don't want to do that. I want to be more broader. Sometimes I'll talk about, if I have a radio I want to review, I'll talk, okay, yeah. But I noticed that the videos that I'm talking get more views than the videos that are just reception videos. Those videos don't get a lot of views. And when you're talking, sometimes you gobble up minutes. It could be a 5-minute video. It could be a 10-minute video. It could be a 20-minute video. I have videos that lasted an hour. When I did the comparison videos, antennas, those videos are an hour long. And I get comments. I got a couple of idiot comments like, oh, but this video is too long. You could have done the comparison in less time. No. Is that you can't make everybody happy. That's another thing. When you have a channel, don't try to make everybody happy. It's not gonna work. It's not gonna work. It's not gonna work. It's never gonna work. Let me go down to. Sorry, let me catch up with the chat. So Peter. Okay, Peter. I used to watch anime on YouTube around 2006, 2007, before Google purchased it. Yeah. Oh, hello, Anthony friends. Good evening from Florida. Peter, nowadays you can't monetize YouTube unless you spend a few years in, and you need to be squeaky clean by the weird community standard. Yeah. And it was changing. Because when I started, it wasn't 1,000 subscribers. And then, because I was monetized when I first started, when I hit 100 subscribers, I was monetized. I started seeing, I would check the monetize. I started making money. And then, boom, one day they just said, no, you need 1,000. They took me off the monetization. And that money, they never paid me. It was under $100. It was sitting there for a couple of years until I hit 1,000 subscribers. And I had to earn the 4,000 hours. But even if you get 1,000 subscribers, if you don't have the 4,000 hours, you're not going to qualify. That's what happened to me. I had 1,000 subscribers, but I didn't have the 4,000 hours. I had to wait another 6 months. And then I got to about 4,000 hours, and then I qualified. And then that money that they owed me back then, they put it with what I was earning, and then I was my first check. My first Google check was that. Most of it was they owed me that money. And then for a year, I was making, it's not much, but it's good enough to, for radio money and stuff like this, stuff like that. I'm trying to keep it PG. It's good it's money that you could use for stuff, whatever. And then I got demonetized because, again, my voice and all that. So I didn't upload anything for 6 months. I didn't know it was 6 months. And they sent me the notice that said, you haven't uploaded anything. Your viewing hours is below the threshold. And we're gonna discontinue you at this date. And I got this. So it was in July. I got cut off. So now I'm this close to hopefully I'll get approved again and I'll get it back. And of course now I'm doing live streams, so it should be better to keep it. Plus my channel is growing, so it should be. But it's not easy, for especially somebody starting out to get 4,000 viewers. That's a lot. That's not you know, it is. It's a lot. So they're making it harder for people to. Of course, I got links. I have an Amazon store. I put the link in the Amazon for the Amazon store. That gives you like nothing, like 1% commission, whatever. It's like nothing. But that helps every couple of months or so. I get a little money from that. I got one the other day. I bought cable. I bought a cable. I bought another cable that I needed, a 10-foot cable. I used the money for that. It was like $16. I said, you know what, I'm buying this cable. I need it. So any little money helps. Any little money helps. And of course, once in a while I get a donation. All that, any little money helps to buy cable or antenna switch. I bought an antenna switch with a donation somebody gave me. I bought an antenna switch, things like that. Anthony France, I watch those instructional videos to learn more about the hobby. The reviews are good too, since it is good to know where you're. Yeah. No, I like to watch reviews too. I watch reviews, and I like to watch instructional videos, and. But there's I see some videos that they just go on and on about, like, before they even start the video, it's like a 5-minute introduction into who the sponsors are, that's what going over the top. Some video I saw a video the guy was talking for 10 minutes before he started getting to the point. 10 minutes was spent on it was a small commercial that came on. Oh, I use PCB way and all this stuff. I was like, okay, you know what? So I had to forward the video, and then I said, okay, let me see. There should be a point where, okay, if you want to promote stuff, I get it, but you should keep it under a certain time, not 10 minutes. It was like a 30-minute video, and the first 10 minutes was talking about nothing related to the video. I was like, wow. Yeah. I don't know. So unfortunately, YouTube is the biggest one. They're the only ones that, until Love 800-pound gorilla comes around, and I thought Facebook was gonna be it. Monetize videos and all that, but that hasn't happened. That's by the time that happens, Facebook is it's not dead yet, but it's dying if they don't do something. Because I know a lot of people that don't like Facebook anymore. They don't like it. They just don't like it. They don't like the way the direction it went to. I think I remember what Jules mentioned it a few years ago before he started the group. I remember before he started the group, when he started his group, he was telling him about Facebook. And he was like, I don't know if I want to go to Facebook. And he has the group now, and it's like, I forgot how many people got on. He has like 3,000 people on his group now, I think. But we was talking about that monetizing videos on Facebook, and it still hasn't happened. You know, they have videos there. They have videos. There's a whole bunch of videos you can watch there, but it reminds me of TikTok, Facebook. I don't like scrolling through other people's video. I don't want to do that. I want to watch what I want to watch, and that's it. That's TikTok. TikTok, if you go to TikTok, it's like you open up the TikTok app and they suggest videos you want to watch. And you have to like keep passing them and you'll start seeing less and less of those videos. So when you first join TikTok, you're gonna see a lot of stuff that you don't want to see. Until it's like the algorithm. It knows what videos you like. So lately for me it's been dog videos. Dog and cat videos. That's the only thing I like on TikTok right now. That's not driving me crazy. So it feeds you more dog and cat videos. It overloads you with that. Because I'm trying to get more radio content there, but there's not that many that I can find right now. I know TV Radio 1972 is on TikTok. I'm on TikTok. I subscribe to this guy, SWL, Indonesia SWL, I think he's called. And then the other guy, the ham radio guy, is Tim Pate. But he's leaving TikTok. He said he had enough of the live stream censorship. I think he did a live stream because I used to watch his live stream a lot, and then he got suspended because somebody cursed. Somebody was trolling on his live stream, and I think it was some silly stuff. I don't know, because TikTok is weird. I got one of my radio videos got banned from TikTok. I had to fight for that thing. It was a video on the what it was WWVB with the U loop with the what SDR was it that I used for that one? The art, no, not the HF Discovery Plus. So I made a video on that. HF Discovery Plus, SDR Sharp, and the U loop catching WWVB. He got banned. Copyright. I'm like, what copyright? I made the video. How you gonna ban me for copyright? A beacon? That's copyright. What the hell's wrong with? So I had to fight. I said, no, that's first of all, that's my video. I recorded it. There's nothing copyright about it. It's a beat. It's a time signal. How is the time signal copyright? So anyway, so for a few days my video was blocked. And then it finally said, okay, I don't think they apologize. They just say, oh, we reinstated your video and thank you for what some I think somebody reported me or some stupid. I think somebody didn't like my video because when I posted that video, right away that video was getting views. Time signal, 60 kilohertz, WWB, hashtag, all this, longwave, VLF. And I noticed it was getting views right away. And all of a sudden, when they blocked. So somebody reported me. It had to be some idiot reported me, and TikTok just say, oh, on the side of caution, since they reported him, they just suspended the video. So I'm like, okay, whatever. I was just about to shut down my TikTok. Not shut it down. I was just not gonna upload anymore. Had that one would have stayed blocked, but they reversed it, and I've been uploading. I've uploaded a couple of videos after that. They never got blocked after that. It was just that one video that got blocked. And same thing with my finance channel in crypto. Same thing. I posted a video on how to make NFT, how to create an NFT and the crypto, and that one got blocked. And I had to fight for that one too. And they said, no, that's all me. I recorded the video. This is my computer. There's no copyright. It's just an NFT. I created the NFT myself. And then they reinstated it. And I'm like, so then now this guy, this TikTok, ham radio TikTok guy, he said he's not making no more live stream there. He said he's leaving. It's a shame because I did a couple of live stream on TikTok, but they don't keep your live stream. I don't understand that about TikTok. They don't keep your live stream. When you do a live stream on YouTube, after the live stream is over, it makes the video and puts it on your library with all your other videos. But on TikTok, when you do a live stream, they don't add it to your library. It just disappears. There's no replay of your live stream on TikTok. And I didn't like that part. I made 3 live streams on TikTok so far, and they were a waste of time because you only do the live stream and that's it. And they don't stay on your library. You know? And TikTok too, you gotta have 1,000 followers to do a live stream with your phone. Only on your phone first, you could do a live stream on your phone. Then you need 10,000 followers to do it from your computer. So I only have, I have 1,800. I only could do it on my phone, live stream, not on the computer. So that's another, and I don't even think it's worth it. I don't think at the point, especially for radio, it's not like a lot of, people want to see lowest common denominator stuff. I'm just going to put it that way. If you have a cute puppy or a cute kitten and you post videos, you get a lot of views. You get a lot of views. But if you're a radio guy, you want to talk about radio, good luck. Good luck. Good luck on that. Seriously. Yeah. I'll be right back. I'm going to go check on my son. I'll be right back. All righty. Yep. My son is upset. He's drawing on the computer. And my son has this thing lately that he wants to because he watches his videos. It's called number lore, something like that. Number Lori. Pronounce it Lori or lore? I forgot. And it's like animated symbols of different symbols or alphabets. So he's looking at his symbol. Like one is the what is it? Hammer and sickle. You know what the hammer and sickle symbol is, right? That's the communist symbol. Russian flag. Remember the old Russian flag, the hammer and sickle? So, and he's asking me about it. I said, yeah, that's the old Russian flag. Then there was another symbol, the peace symbol. The peace symbol. So his animated shows these different videos, the symbols, and it shows the Star of David. So I'm explaining to him because that's religious, and things like that. So then he started looking into the alphabets, different alphabets. So he went through the whole Greek alphabet. He actually tries to draw it on the computer screen. The Greek alphabet. He did the Greek alphabet. Which alphabet he did? He did the Russian alphabet. So he's trying to learn the different alphabets from all these different countries. He went through a few of them in the last few weeks. The Greek alphabet, the Russian alphabet. He did a whole bunch of. There was another. Come on. Japanese. He went through he's writing Japanese, writing in Sanskrit. Sanskrit is Hindu. Hindu writing. The Hindu. He's fascinated with this alphabet. I'm like, okay, well, that's what he's doing upstairs right now. Keep radio attention too. Okay, take care. And thank you for stopping by. Have a good night. Yeah, I'm gonna wrap it up in a few. There's 2 hours and 50 minutes. So 3 hour mark, I'll wrap it up. And I'll try to be on next time I'll be on, it's gonna be Thursday, 4 p.m. Eastern. I should be on. Of course I still got work to do. I'm gonna try to clear out this side over here. I gotta organize all these radios over here. Yeah. Yeah, so that's the thing that my son is doing now. He's like, he's fascinated with these different characters, alphabet. And that's a good thing. I was like, well, good. At least you're not watching Disney. There's a lot of kids his age that get brainwashed by all this. My niece was like that. I remember my niece. All she wanted to watch Nickelodeon. And then when we had cable, I used to sit down and watch Nickelodeon with her. And the stuff they used to play on Nickelodeon, I'm like, oh my God, this is horrible. Like brainwash programming. And the commercials are even worse. If you ever see Super Size Me, if the documentary is called Super Size Me, go watch that documentary and you'll get a different light on why the obesity is out of control in this country. Because they brainwash kids from the beginning. They were asking people outside, what's the most famous clown? Ronald McDonald. Ronald McDonald. By the way, the most famous clown in the world is Ronald McDonald. He's not Bozo the Clown. He's not whatever. It's Ronald McDonald. Ronald McDonald. McDonald. Ronald McDonald. Because they spend so much money in marketing. So when you go on Nickelodeon, and you watch Nickelodeon, I was watching, all they promote is everything is high in sugar, Go-Gurt. You know that yogurt is in a stick, Go-Gurt? That thing is loaded with so much sugar. When we shop, when we go to Walmart, we shop, we look at all the stuff. I'm like, oh my God, look at all the sugar this thing got. Not giving that to my son. He won't sleep for 3 days. Go-Gurt. And then all this other stuff. A lot of it is like crazy. So much sugar and everything. And yeah, so Super Size Me, they talk about all that. They show like because Super Size Me about this guy. He eats McDonald's for 30 days. Everything has to be McDonald's. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And he's healthy. He's like a vegetarian. Well, not a vegetarian. I think he's a vegetarian. I know his wife is a vegetarian, I think. Anyway, they weighed him in the beginning of the month. He was healthy, normal blood pressure, everything. By the 30 days, he has a fatty liver. His blood pressure's through the roof. His blood pressure's through the roof. He's having like heart palpitate, whatever the hell. He's huffing and puffing just going up the stairs. Yeah, if they mention that was part of the deal. If the lady asked them or whoever, the McDonald's person, the cashier, whatever. If they ask him, do you want to supersize that? He has to say yes. So now it was not always supersized, but if they asked him, yeah, he would say, yeah. Supersize that. He had to order supersize. Yeah, he had to order it if they asked them. Because sometimes they don't ask you, would you like to supersize it? They're supposed to ask you. That's part of the job. No, it's still a volcano out there. Wholly unaware. And what's up, Wholly unaware? Good to see you. Our politicians put up a good battle, though. Ronald McDonald barely squeezes by for the title. Yeah, yeah, exactly. They're all clowns. Yeah. So they, that when you watch this documentary, it's like, then they start breaking down the biggest states. They call it the fattest states. It's like Texas is like number one. They have like the most obese people in Texas, I think. He said everything is big in Texas. And I think like Louisiana was second. Or I forgot what it was. It was like it was a lot of the ones in the South. A few of them in the South. Man, but it's like because I love watching documentaries. Although some of them can be a little on the other side. But I watch them. I watch them. I keep an open mind about all that stuff. So yeah, so some of it is true. There is a lot of sugar and everything. I wasn't aware of that until I started looking at everything. A lot of it has corn syrup. Corn syrup. Everything has corn syrup. Even beer. Beer. I think they put some kind of corn syrup in it. A lot of stuff has sugar. It has no business having sugar. So they're wondering why. Of course, now they correlate that with the high. A lot more people got diabetes now than ever before in the history of you know. We got United States like the heaviest, the most obese country in the world. And it's like and I watch it. I say, you know what? That makes sense. It's true. Because I can't eat that every day. I can't eat McDonald's. I'll get sick. But when I remember when I'm in my early 20s, when I was early 20s, I was slim. Man, I could eat a meatball sandwich like that with a big drink, play basketball for a few hours, come back and eat another meatball sandwich or Big Mac or quarter pounder. Sometimes I have a 2 quarter pounder. Sometimes I have a quarter pounder and a cheeseburger and large. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's no way I can eat that now. I'll feel sick. Literally, I feel my heart beating out of my chest if I eat something like that now. Helmet time, what's going on? Jeffrey AD7LN checking in from Hayden Island. Helmet time, I'm sweet, so I must be made. Yeah, I'm telling you. So I watched Super Size Me. I was like, man, wow. So by the end of the month, he's having all kinds of health issues. And that's only 30 days eating McDonald's. McDonald's breakfast, McDonald's lunch, and for dinner, McDonald's. The doctor even told him, you need to stop. You're damaging your liver. Your liver, he had a fatty liver. He started having a fatty liver. He was like an alcoholic. But except he was ODing on McDonald's. Because you get a fatty liver if you drink a lot of alcohol. So, or in his case, it was fatty foods. The liver, he said it was getting, yeah. 90 meals at McDonald's within 30 days. Yeah. Super size me. And then he made a second one, a sequel, but it was more about chicken. He tried to start a chicken restaurant, like fast food chicken, but he wanted to do organic. So there's a whole craziness with the chicken industry. The whole thing with the chicken industry. Yeah. Bobby, right? Now that's what we call a cheeseburger hog. But I remember, but there's people in real life that eat that every day. You know, maybe not 3 times a day, but because right now I feel it. Right now, I got belly right now, but I feel it. I feel it when compared to how I was before the pandemic. I was like 40 pounds, not 40, almost 50 pounds lighter before the pandemic. Staying home and all that really, I need to get back down. And yeah, Helmet time. Now that I'm older, I'm battling with food types and weight gain. I also used to be being pole when younger. Now I'm 100 pounds over. Yeah, well, I'm right there too. When I went in the Air Force, when I was 21 years old, when I went in the Air Force, I was 155 pounds. Last time I weighed myself the other day was 264 pounds. So I'm 100 pounds plus over my weight when I was 21 years old. Before the pandemic, I was at two. Before the pandemic, I was at, when I went to Kawasaki, October of 2020. I remember I had to weigh myself because for physical, I was at 215, 215. And then that was it. Then the pandemic came, and shortly after that, October 2019, excuse me, before the pandemic. So I know during the pandemic, I know the first, especially after the 2020 year, I went through the roof. I didn't do anything. You stay home. They didn't want to be out there. You couldn't eat out. Remember, we couldn't even go outside and shop and all that. You had to it was crazy. So, we would just go once a month. We buy everything. That's it. That's all we did for a few months. Stockpile. We had stockpile. Yeah, so I can only imagine. I tell and I try to go for walks often, but it's hard when hard when you have an 8-year old. You have to stay home with him, and but yeah, no joke. So I'm telling you, I saw that supersize me. I'm like, my God, it's corn syrup on everything. Everything has corn syrup. Everything. So my niece, when she watching Nickelodeon, they bombard you. And I look at the ads, they bombard these kids with all this stuff, man. No way. And my son, thank God, he doesn't watch that because we don't have cable. So he doesn't watch Nickelodeon. He doesn't watch Disney because we don't have it. And I think that's the best thing is you're gonna have children. Get rid of cable. Number one, get rid of cable because it's a brainwashing machine. All the programming they have there, a lot of it is garbage now. You know, I remember, like I said, the History Channel used to teach you history. The Learning Channel, you will actually learn something. Now it's horrible. Some fake reality stuff. So nothing to watch now. You can't watch anything good on cable. Cable news, of course, is horrible. It's all doom and gloom. They try to sell you. Oh, this one is going to go to jail. This one is going to get impeached. This one is, come on. How many times you going to watch all that nonsense? The sports is awful. You know, I'm surprised they didn't take a knee. The USA team when they were playing the World Cup, I thought one of them was going to take a knee. I was waiting for that. I would have turned off the TV right there. I was like, you know what? But nobody took a knee. I guess somebody, they probably tell him if you take a knee, you're gonna be off the team. No, because that's the Britney one, the one that's in Russia right now. She's in jail. She's still in jail in Russia. WNBA, Britney Griner, she's still in jail in Russia, and she just take the knee all the time. Now she wants to, help me get released from Russian jail. No, you know what? You went to another country, you broke the law. Now you pay the piper. That's it. See how it is good in Russia. How good USA jails are probably like Club Fed compared to Russian jail. I can only imagine how horrible the Russian jails are. So you know what? Now when you come back to the United States, you're gonna appreciate this country more. You know, those people that try to protest in Russia for the war that's going on. You know what happens to those people? They go to jail. They go to jail. That's it. There's no protesting in Russia. You go to jail. Okay, so it's crazy. So I was watching the World Cup. I'm like, okay, I'm waiting for somebody put their knee. I was gonna turn off the TV. That would have been the end of it. But nobody did that. So I'm like, okay, let's hope. At least they're respecting the flag. I saw a bunch of them put their hand over their chest and they singing the anthem. I'm like, okay, let's hope. This is not bad. This is not the women's team that were going crazy. This is the men's team. I'm like, okay, they seem to be okay. Okay. The minute one of them would have took a knee, I was gonna turn off the TV. That's it. Bye bye. Yeah. So let me catch up with this. How much time? Part of my weight was due to a stroke, brain damage, coma back in 2018. I'm sorry to hear that, bro. Once up and around, I had to relearn walking, talking, not moving around while eating. Yeah, wow. Yeah, I know. I read about that. I didn't want to talk about it because until you brought it up. I read that. I read that on your channel about that. You had it. Yeah. Wow. Mm. And you're better now. You see a lot better. Thank God. Hello, Davis Radio Room. How's it going? Holding on the way. So true that I haven't watched NFL. Yeah, I don't watch him. I stopped watching it too. I don't watch it much anymore. I some every once in a while I have the radio on and they playing it. I'll listen to like a minute or two and that's it. And mind you, the Giants are doing well. They're doing okay. The Jets are actually doing good. I was a Packer fan. Packers are not doing well. I don't care. I don't care about football anymore. I don't really. What that did for me was I appreciate my time more now. You know how much time I wasted watching football all day on the weekends? For years. Same thing with baseball. The same thing with the kneeling. Aaron Judge and them. Same thing with the Yankees. And they started doing that kneeling nonsense. I said, I can't watch them anymore. I can't relate to them anymore. That's why I didn't care if they won or lost. I didn't care about that anymore. When they played the Houston Astros and they got swept, I didn't care. I said it here. They were gonna lose. I told you, I didn't care. I wasn't gonna be like, oh my God, I'm so disappointed the Yankees lost. No, I don't care about that. I don't really care about the sports anymore. Even when USA lost, they weren't expected to go this far. They lost. Okay, that's it. I don't care. I used to waste so much time and money on sports, like buying memorabilia, uh, things like that. Um, Going to the game, buying a ticket. After all that shit, after all that nonsense, to this day, I not bought anything any clothing or baseball cap or anything that has NFL logo. I will not buy it. That's it. I'm not gonna give you another dime. That's it. You're done. I haven't done since then. I have not spent one. Even Major League Baseball and NBA too. I don't buy no more official apparel of any of that. No, I'm done. I'm not giving you my money no more. That's it. That's how I hurt them. That's how I hurt them. Not only I don't watch them, I don't buy anything of them at all. And the stuff that I had, I wound up throwing it out. I threw it out. I had a pack of baseball cap. I had a pack of jersey. I threw it in the garbage. I said, you know what? I'm done. I threw everything in the garbage. The only thing I have left is that Yankee license plate thingy. And I bought that at Walmart. That was years ago. I bought that at Walmart for like $2. I just leave it there. I don't even care if that falls and breaks. But apparel or anything, no. I threw it out. I said, I'm not wearing this no more. I have a Yankee T-shirt that my wife bought for me a few weeks ago. I wear that because she bought it, but I didn't buy it. And that's not even official merchandise. That's some, counterfeit. So it's not really Major League Baseball hologram endorsed. I don't buy that stuff no more. I'm done with that. I'm done. I'm done. I have old baseballs, and I wish I could sell them, and I can't sell them. Nobody wants to buy them. I have baseball from the World Series in 1978. I have baseball, Major League Baseball. I have baseball from the All-Star game in 1985. I have baseballs. I have old baseballs from the early 80s. I have American League Baseball, foul ball that I caught. I have all that and holders. I have all that. I have baseball. I have tens of thousands of baseball cards. I can't sell them. Nobody wants to buy all that stuff from me. I want to give them away, but I don't want it because I said, you know what, let my son have it, and maybe one day if he wants to sell it, he can have it. But I don't want to do with it because I can't relate to that no more. I can't relate to that. Yeah, a Yankee fan, but not the way I used to be. I was diehard. I rooted for them, but I don't. It's not. I tell you, I can't relate to this generation of players anymore. I can't. They're too entitled. I can't. I can't. I can't. Let me go down the. Okay. Let's say hello to each other. That's cool. Go White Sox. Wholly unaware. I inquiry. Okay, Elmer. Okay, yeah. Yeah, exactly, Elmer. Yeah, yeah. That's a lot. That's a lot. That's a lot to overcome. Jim's radio check. My dad used to give me $5, and I would be able to go to the White Sox game and get something to eat. Now it costs it up. Yeah, now it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous now. Last time I went to Yankee Stadium was my wife got tickets from her job, but she used to work at another hospital. They gave her, it was to her and a couple of coworkers. So we had like 4 seats, and the new Yankee Stadium, not the old one, but the new one. But there were tickets from the company. But the food, oh my God, it was ridiculous. So we didn't pay for the tickets, but if we wanted food. So a hot dog was like regular hot dog was like $8 or some crazy price, and then the drink. So it's like $20 is a drink and a hot dog. If you go to Great Papaya is a. I don't know if you heard of Great Papayas in New York City. I think they have them all over the country now. Great Papayas is hot dogs. They sell hot dogs, and they call it a recession special. So for like $1.50, no, not dollar. For $3, you get 2 hot dogs and a drink. I don't know what the price is now because that was a few years ago. Probably more now. It's probably like $6 now. Anyway, you get 2 hot dogs and a drink. They call it a recession special. So, but a Yankee Stadium, a hot dog is like $6 or more than I forgot what it was. Ridiculous for a hot dog and a bun. That's it. You know, I used to eat like 3 or 4 of those when I'm hungry. I can eat a whole bunch of hot dogs. So one is not gonna do it for me. But I'm not spending $50 on 3 or 4 hot dogs and 3 drinks. I'm sorry, no. Yeah, it's ridiculous. It's sad actually. Let me go down to Glenn. Okay, take care, Glenn. And I'll see you. Hopefully, I'll see you Thursday. And yeah. Good night. Got to get started repairing laptops for school. Okay. And thank you for stopping by. Yeah, Yankee fan. Wholly unaware. Yes, I grew up. I grew up. You know, I lived in the Bronx. So, but then they lost me recently. They lost me during the pandemic with all the nonsense. Even the early 2000, Derek Jeter and all that. He was, But then after that team, this guy Aaron Judge, I don't care about. I don't even care about him breaking the record. I don't care. I don't care if he signs with the Giants or whatever. I don't care. It doesn't matter anymore to me. I don't have no relationship with these teams now. When I saw them all taking a knee and I saw that done, I said, you know what? This is ridiculous. George Steinbrenner would never allow that. He's rolling in his grave. He would have never allowed players to do all that stuff. They would have been fired. He would have got rid of them. You know, he would have got rid of them. But his sons are the ones that are running the team now. Because he passed away, and so his sons are nothing like his father. Yeah, they're gonna spend big bucks on Judge if they want to keep him. Like I said, I don't care. It doesn't matter to me. I don't care if they sign him or they don't sign him. I don't have the same relationship with the team. I don't care. You know. Um, look what happened with the Mets. They lost the Grom. He went to Texas, and the Mets were a competitive team. That didn't matter. At the end of the day, he wanted more money. That's it. He wanted more money. And Aaron Judge, not to let him talk for sports for a few minutes. He's a big guy. He tends to get hurt. He had a great season, but chances are he's not gonna have that season again. He cannot top that season. There's no way he could top that season unless he's doing something. Unless he's juicing. So you saw the best of him last year. That's gonna be it. And he strikes out a lot too. In postseason, he's not that good of a postseason player. So for me, I would not go crazy over him. But that's me. I will even tell you, I said, listen, you want to stay here and be the captain of the team, and you want to see, maybe you could win the World Series, you stay. If you want more money, then you know what, go. That's it. Sorry. You know? And he's gonna go where more money is at. I think he's leaving. They haven't locked him up. They haven't signed him by now. He's leaving. He's gonna leave. He's leaving. He's leaving. He's leaving. That's the problem with the Yankees anyway. They struck out a lot last year when they played the Astros. The money couldn't get a hit. They need more contact hitters. They don't have that. Everybody there is either they go for the fence or they strike out. That's it. So, yeah, he has 62 home runs, but you hit all those home runs, nobody's on base. They're not that good. People, I said it. They're not that good. They got exposed. The Astros are way better. They have a little bit of everything. They have power. They have speed. They have contact. They have they got great pitching. Yankees don't have that. They had a closer. What happened to him? He gets Chapman. They got rid of him because he's. I don't care how hard you throw the ball. If the people know it's coming. They're gonna hit it. You don't got nothing else with that fastball. They were hitting his stuff, man. 100 miles an hour, it goes farther out when you get a good swing at it. Yeah, so they need pitching. They need more pitching and get a contact hitter. Get a good contact. That's why, if they lose them, I better get more pitching. Get more pitching, get another contact hitter or two, and that's it. Yep. Sanjay. Okay. I'll be up there in a minute. And let me read down here. Comiskey was my friends with my great grandfather, which managed to play for the White Sox. I would love to see the game at Comiskey Park. Yeah. You definitely have some White Sox in him. Okay. Yeah. Only on the way. Comiskey spent some time playing with the Cardinals, and he was inducted in the Hall of Fame. In their Hall of Fame. Okay. One time, my great grandfather was denied into the Hall of Fame because he left. He left due to mob pressure to throw games as well as the Black Sox incident. Yeah, because for that gave baseball a black eye for a while. And who saved baseball around that time? Shortly after that was, you guessed it, Yankee legend, brought baseball back from almost from the brink of bankruptcy, was Babe Ruth. He used to fill up stadiums. Babe Ruth was, you know, baseball. When that happened, baseball was on life support because they say people throwing games and selling out. They said people didn't trust the game, and then when Babe Ruth started hitting home runs, they were like, "Wow, this guy is hitting the ball farther than anybody else, hitting it more often. He's like a rock star." The Yankees, when they had that line of murderers row, and yeah, so he saved baseball. When I saw the movie about Babe Ruth, it was kind of sad though because they never made him a manager. They should have made him. He wanted to be a manager, and they never made him a manager. They never made Babe Ruth a manager. That was a sad thing about it. The house that Ruth built, he couldn't manage the. They used to pass him up as for me to be a manager. You know. All right. So anyway, I got 3 hours and 20 minutes. I think I'm going to wrap it up for tonight. I want to thank you everybody for stopping by the chat, and yeah, I'll be back on Thursday, 4 p.m. Eastern. So I just want to say thank you and take care, everybody, and I'll see you soon. And take care, everybody. Take care. Thank you, everybody, for stopping by, and like the video, share it, and also subscribe to my channel. And also check out my tech channel. I just launched my tech channel. I just posted the first video a few days ago. And I'm going to start posting videos on the tech channel. So anyway, take care. I'll see you Thursday. Take care and be good to each other. And have a good night. Bye-bye. Yep. Bye-bye.